Yeah, that's right. I went there. That's what you get for making me listen to Mike talk like a fucking Russian for like multiple hours of Call of Duty Warzone. Just saying. Haha, so funny. Many things he cries about in the morning, honestly. I will admit it was pretty funny, Queen. It was pretty fun. I was laughing. They had some good moments. Shade's funny guy, for sure. You need the mouse anymore, or am I free to like take control of the mouse again? Good. It's your stuff in there. Break it. I don't mind. Break it all. Anyways. Volunteer as tribute. Tribute. Anyways, it's good times. I think we're good. Are we good? Right? I think we're good. We can go into our spiel, our long spiels. All the spiels are spiel. You're fucking with your green screen. Fucking guy. All right. Let's see. Oh, whoop. Nope. That closed. That closed. Oh, now it's open. Whoop. All right. I think I got it. I'm not used to this digital platform. It's fucking my shit up. Huh? No, I don't want to.
The only episode.
I have
We
overridden
will
his
just
powers.
what is it called? Lip sync.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping I could keep it that way, JT, so I could talk without having them interrupt me because they're a bunch of b-holes. But unfortunately, I gotta let them say stuff.
Queen Reaper, I volunteer for Wednesdays for Warzone because I have it off because now I can actually speak and you can hear me.
Okay, so let's get started then. Welcome back to Legendary Action, everybody. I am so excited to be back and playing D&D again. It has been a fucking journey and a half. Just everybody, just backpacks, backpacks, just everybody, give yourself hugs, everybody. I said do it. I can see you guys aren't doing it. There we go.
I'm hugging.
Yeah.
I'm hugging.
Yes. Listen to the
I'm
DM.
screaming with joy.
Listen to the
You know what?
DM.
I can only give myself one positive affirmation a day. The backpack was it.
The backpack. Yeah. But welcome to Legendary Action, where we play Dungeons and Dragons 5e like a bunch of badasses in a homebrew setting. Terrowyn, which I handcrafted, made, and have been working on for way too long. It feels like at this point, just can't settle on decision making. It's not one of my strong suits. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry. I just go back and forth. Oh, new follower, Shade. What is up, buddy? How's it going? We were just talking about you. You fucking silly Russian guy.
If it is not my brother,
this
Shade,
is Dungeons
good to
and
see you again.
Dragons. That's what this is, man. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for that follow, Timi and Now. I think. I don't know. Sorry if I butchered it, but I'm just gonna do that. But it was a way better effort than you have gotten from Godric right there. Just saying. That guy can barely read. It's scary and sad. It's weird.
I'm hurt and offended.
Comrade, yes. Yeah, I see Comrade in the middle somewhere there. Yes, he's there. So, I wanted to start with a shout out to our awesome community, to all the supporters who shown up for community game nights, hung out in the Discord, kept up to date with us. especially all you wonderful individuals who, over the time that we were gone and absent, you continued to sub and show your support while we were like working through our state's COVID restrictions, and eventually we just kind of had to come to this agreement to do it this way. It sucks, but you know what? We're gonna work through it. We're gonna get it all done. It's gonna be good times. And especially a couple of people, JT Stark, man, thanks for upping that sub and continuing to sub and hanging out with us, shouting us out. Lethal Lilith, you're fucking amazing as well. Azig, all the other cast and crew members and individuals who keep coming back to see us and spending time in community game nights. We really, really appreciate it. And Queen, I love spending time in your stream. You're an amazing individual. I love when you're in here. I was lurking in your stream today. I know you saw me message a little bit, but I was lurking in there and watching you play, which is where the comments of like, you know, you're an alright Siege player comes from. I don't know. Today was a little iffy on that one, but most of the time you're solid. You're solid most of the time, okay? And I want to thank all of my awesome players for being super patient. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on behind the scenes with COVID. I know it just stresses people out between their jobs. I had some other stuff go on. I've been super stressed out, and the players have been awesome and patient, and like working together has been it's been an honor to work with you guys on some stuff. And like, you know, hopefully now that we're streaming again, we can go into our normal stuff and our regular schedule and just move on and continue playing some awesome Dungeons and Dragons. So thanks everybody for, you know, being a part of this. I appreciate it. Let's see, going hard. Yeah, no, I appreciate your support, Queen. You're fucking awesome. Thank you so much. Updates. There is some stuff that we can talk about the channel. So I already mentioned it, but we introduced community game nights every Monday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where you can find us playing games like Brawlhalla, Tabletop Simulator, Jackbox Party Pack. We did this Monday. We did Star Wars trivia, Lord of the Rings trivia. It was pretty fun. I fucking killed it at both. Take that, everybody who's a nerd, especially you, Justin, who hid like a coward. You know, where was ya? Where was ya, huh? Just fucking. I see you there. We added new items to the store. If you guys check the store down below, the usual D&D stuff is going to be there tonight, but we added some cool additional stuff you can spend your points on that are game specific. So for like Brawlhalla, for example, it's a team up issue, which forces the participants' next game to be a team game, split however it does it. They don't get to choose teams, whatever, just however the game default sets it up. And for the very, very expensive, I think it's like, I have it set at like $22K for Among Us for I Must Kill, which means forces the streamer, which is normally MetaMike hosting, to kill the next person he comes across regardless of the danger of being caught. The bloodthirsty monster just brings it right out of him.
Yeah, just feel free to just pop that anytime I'm near Justin. It'll be great.
Why? That'd be such a waste of points. You're going to kill me every time you see me anyway.
Yeah,
no,
I would.
If I do it in front of everyone, I'm like, yeah, no. He just fell over and died. He had a heart attack.
I know I'm gonna. I'll kill you every time, Justin. Toss you out that fucking airlock.
What if I redeem that during a voting phase?
Then it'll just be held onto until it's not. Because there is a specific one for voting.
Voting phase.
So I imagine the way it would run. So like, let's say, the minute the voting phase ends,
and so like, I'm just gonna kill the person next to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically, I'm gonna follow the person closest to me until my timer runs up, and I'm gonna murder them.
Yep, exactly. There is one for voting that says Mike must. So I think it's the player, the audience chooses somebody, and Mike must either plead their innocence or plead that they're guilty, no matter how ridiculous it sounds or seems. So we have some interesting stuff there, and we're always looking to improve. So if you guys have any cool ideas about stuff you've seen on other channels or anything, just go ahead, DM us that information, find us in the Discord, let us know, drop it in there, and we'll consider adding those as points and stuff we can buy later. So we also added shiny new bits badges. For those of you who are gracious enough to spend bits in the channel, we really appreciate you and we love you. Probably more than we should, like, I don't know, a lot more than we should. But yeah, so some of you, I believe somebody in here has one already. I don't know where they went to, but if it pops up in chat, they have
Chrono
neat little
Keys
swords. Chrono Keys does. Chrono Keys has a neat little sword for spending 200 bits in the channel. It's green. They get cooler and they have more colors and stuff, and it's just an additional thing that we added for the fun of people who donate bits, and we appreciate every bit of it, by the way.
And to no, I was going to say, Andy, and this Monday is Among Us. I just double checked.
This Monday is Among Us on Community Game Night. Yeah, so make sure you come drop by and jump in. It is Community Game Night, which means you can jump in and play with us, and as long as there's space, we'll make space for you. Even if it means one of us has to like sit out for a round, it's no problem. Just come join us and come play with us on Community Game Night on Mondays, and that's 7:30 p.m. PST. Don't make me pull up the Morgan Freeman voice and remind Mike how he always forgets that part, the PST. He's just like, it's 7:30 p.m. Time zones don't exist.
I've been screaming PST after every announcement, by the way, and I've been making sure to scream it so I remember.
Yeah, so Lethal has one. She has a green sword right there. She's not right there.
Oh, damn, she got a sword.
She got a sword. She is a level 3 commoner. Congratulations. Fucking moving up in the world. But yeah, so just out of everything, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. It's amazing. And we couldn't be prouder to know, like, all of you. And you know who you are. Very special people. So I think that takes care of updates and shout outs. So I guess we can move on to our sponsors and ads. There, Guy.
I think I remembered to unmute this time around. So I'm a little rusty, so bear with me. So first off, do you know what goes great with D&D? You got it in one. It's fudge from Fudge Loving Craze. It's really damn good. I highly recommend orange cream, shamrock shake, peanut butter covered in gooey brownie, or vice versa, whichever way you want to flip flop and turn it. It's delicious, amazing. I highly recommend it. And if you want at checkout, you get 10% off with code LegendaryAction. And if you're one of the lucky winners of our monthly giveaway, you get a 25% off coupon. That means with our normal 10%, you get the 10th set of fudge free. And if you get the lucky winner, that means your 5th one is free. Some really good shit. Or 4th one, sorry. So I highly recommend it. It's amazing. Next up,
Terrow's
we
correcting you.
Yep. I was like, hang on, math. And then we go up to, then we have, for the people who are not artistic or the ones that are very artistic, you can do something called Incarnate. It's a wonderful map making tool where you can build wonderful, amazing maps. And I did such an occasion. So if you ever want to see what it might look like, it's like this. Yeah, right there. Right there. That's a map made in Incarnate. It's a wonderful thing. It is easy to shape lands, make water, move things around. I've seen Mr. DM Green make it multiple times. I have to say it's super easy and awesome to use. Oh my God, I'm getting called out and wonderful every time I say it, and I'm realizing it now. So now I'm getting embarrassed and I'm twiddle-pated, and it's great. I love it.
That's wonderful.
That time also counts.
So I can't hear the
bastards. Yeah, that time also
I highly
counts.
recommend Incarnate. They're a wonderful map-making tool. They're a majestic map-making tool where you have infinite amounts of possibilities, and it's all in the fingertips of the beholder. And we actually have a new sponsor, someone who's joining the Legendary Action bandwagon. We're joining their bandwagon. Sorry, hit my knee. If you are returning, you probably noticed that there's these weird little pixel art things to the, yeah, right there. Those are little images of our characters. Shut up, Green Weaver. And they were made in a fantastic tool called Reroll. It is a digital character sheet app for D&D 5th edition that allows you to create and customize your characters in pixel art and make a character sheet on the side, so you can, instead of paying someone a bunch of money to make awesome character art like we have, you actually can make it bam, right here, which looks amazing. I was quite happy how they turned out. They look good. Yes, the girl scream did come out because when it hits the funny bone, you let it out like a man. So these are our wonderful supporters. They've really kind of stayed with us and shown us the love, and we appreciate all you guys showing the love as well.
Right on, man. Just wonderfully articulated. Just bravo. Okay. You're an amazing individual. Yeah, just Absolutely wonderful.
Shout out to Sean, because that wonderful tool is fantastic. I really do enjoy it because it just
We
keeps
love you,
popping them
man.
up. Man, it's good.
It's all
I'm so
about
happy.
love. It's literally it's such a loving thing that we do that for you, man. You know. Got to keep track of it.
Fucking
Gotta
push to mute. I will eventually get over that, but
push to mute.
I really do enjoy it because I get to learn these different words because I pay attention. Each one pops up, and I'm like, oh no, I'm learning.
All right, so that takes care
Oh.
of our sponsors almost. What do you
One
got?
quick thing, sorry, just because I recognized it from Shade. He does ship worldwide. He ships to the U.S., but if you worldwide, you have to pay for the shipping. That was the only thing that he did discuss, that if you are in the UK or somewhere that it requires a larger shipping fee, he's willing to ship it. You just got to pay the fee. That was the only caveat. And of course, he can't ship to parts of Canada and Quebec, I think, were the places that things don't get shipped to.
No, that's for giveaways.
Oh, well, either way,
You can
if you're willing to
ship
pay...
stuff.
Oh, well, then if you're willing to pay the shipping, he's willing to ship it. In the U.S., it is free currently. So
Quebec is just shut off from the rest of the world. They can't
Yeah.
receive any shipments of anything.
Yeah, no trade. The stock market just doesn't exist. Like nothing goes there. We don't know how
nothing
they survive.
goes there, nothing comes in, or anything.
I like to think that there's like an army of Knights Templar like around it that just are a blockade that block anything from coming in.
Yeah, it's like maybe they're like, some plucky characters that in no way are close to infringing on Disney Star Wars' interpretation of some kind of brown metallic-like droids, in some sort of loose trade federation, just parking around the outside. I'm a fucking nerd. You leave me alone. This is why I won Star Wars trivia, all right? Leave me be.
Yeah, he won Star Wars trivia handedly. Lord of the Rings was a good fight. I felt
That was
like
a good
we
one.
all were like,
That
"Ooh,
was a
this
good
is
one.
hard." Star Wars, I just felt like I got beaten.
Especially when none of us
can
can remember
fucking
fucking Saruman's actor. Okay, none of us
Yeah.
could remember. None of us.
Christopher Lee.
Yeah,
I got
we
it.
could
I got
not
it. Thank you.
remember. You hush, sir. Okay, you weren't there. You hush. I think I know who would win Lord of the Rings trivia next time.
Yeah, probably.
If we do a Zelda trivia night, I'm all in.
Well, that was the whole thing. Was we were
Oh.
rotating through all of them, but we could do absolutely do a Zelda one.
If they have one. Do they have one?
They have a bunch. They have like Zelda, pop culture, D&D. They had a DBZ one. They had a few
that's
others
cool.
too that I found.
That's cool. Didn't know that.
Zelda's awesome. I love his green outfit and pointy ears.
Awesome.
That got a depressingly painful chuckle out of Terra.
That's an interesting thing to discuss there, Timiano. I don't know. I'm just gonna call you T now. Timi. There we go. So Timi, maybe your grandma inspired Star Wars. Who knows? Be brilliant. And
His grandma
wonderful
is
adjacent.
Princess Leia.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, Lethal
Harry
Lilith.
Potter?
Harry Potter would be a good one too. I could do decent at that, I think.
I might be able to compete a little bit, but not like I might be like a third place or fourth place. But I'll definitely give you guys a run for your money on Harry Potter. I'm not even really a huge fan. I spent a lot of time around people who are like mega fans of Harry Potter. I don't know why. It's good times. All right, so yeah, our sponsors are awesome. Thank you so much for sponsoring us, for giving, keeping up with us, and keeping on. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. That brings us to our giveaways. What do we got for giveaway?
All right. Hey, everybody. Alex here. I've missed you. Anyway, we're doing a giveaway. We're starting off a little soft this first month back as we get back in that saddle, but we're giving away a $30 Steam gift card because we're doing everything remote, and that seems like everyone would probably want it, and it's a decent gift. And then, of course, our bits leader will get a personalized gift from a member of the cast, per our usual at the end of the month.
Yep, per our usual. And that that it for giveaways. That's it. So $30 Steam gift card this month. Our giveaways are always the last Friday of every month. You can check our FAQ down there to see any kind of rules or restrictions or anything about entering giveaways. Like if you fail to claim your prize, we will give it away to somebody else. So you can find that information down in the panels below. Do we have anything else to go over tonight, other than just, I don't know, just adore our audience, or, subs and stuff, shower them with love and affection?
I know. Tonight, the lucky number is number 12. You can
Ooh, the lucky number.
Roll in the chat. If you get the lucky number 12, the first person to do so has the opportunity to grant inspiration to any one of the player characters. So become involved right away. There's no limit on how many times you can roll. I think the bot itself gives you like a 5-minute turnaround time, so you can't just spam exclamation point roll for the rest of the night. So, number 12.
All right, makes sense. Number 12. Roll that. Get the grant one player inspiration, temporary inspiration, single session inspiration, which they can use to re-roll a d20, basically any d20. Right? Right? That's what we agreed on, any d20. Justin looks like he doesn't understand how D&D works right now. Just,
Yeah.
Is he frozen?
He's frozen.
How am I frozen? I can hear you guys.
Oh, we're all frozen.
Oh.
Except for Andrew.
Yep. I'm awesome.
Oh, no.
Better than us.
Oh, God. How do I refresh?
Okay, we'll just keep talking, and you guys can imagine what our faces are doing while we say stuff.
They are accurate photos. I'm just saying, that is us.
We'll all do this together. We're all going to practice our theater of mind skills.
Theater of mind. Theater of
There
mind.
goes the top row. Now for the bottom row. Or as I like to call us, the better row.
Get your finger out of your nose, Matt.
We are the foundation.
You don't know what I
of the
was
show
doing.
right here on the bottom row.
I can guess.
And we are the crowning achievement.
Guess.
All right.
Robbie, welcome to the stream, buddy. Good to see
Robbie!
you again. Thank you so much for being
Good,
here,
I don't have
dude.
to take your legs now.
Woo! All right. So I guess we should play some D&D or something. I don't know. That's what we're here for, right? Or are we just here to hang out and chat and talk to?
Yo, what's D&D?
What's D&D? What
D&D?
is this D&D thing?
No,
D&D?
yeah, what is it though?
D&D? D&D? D&D?
D&D.
All right, let's get into D&D. See you guys here.
Oh, we don't have an intro
Sure.
movie. I just realized.
Okay. Mike will now
I
do
can
the
fix it.
intro in mime.
You know what? No. Everyone keep talking. Keep them entertained. I can fix this.
I say me and Alex handle
Hey, Justin, I know what you can do. You can tell everybody what the weather was like while you were out camping.
It was miserably cold, and I had a great time.
That's it. It's just miserably cold.
Oh my god, it was so cold. I was wearing so many layers. And I've been colder in life, but not voluntarily.
It was a barren winter. I was wearing many layers, and the
Many
cold wind
layers.
still chilled my skin. It was
Wait.
on that day that I lost 3 of my fingers. I kept them in memorandum and perpetuity in a jar that I took home, and I will pass on to my grandkids and recite the story of how I survived that dreaded camping trip.
All right. Well, I should have fixed it now. So let's see if this works. I'm gonna click it over, and then let's see how this works.
Oh yeah, Foundry.
we're missing our kobold and our sorceress. I guess
Yes.
we just better turn back now.
Yep. Apparently.
We gotta go find them. They're the pillars of our group.
Okay.
For sure. Pillars.
All
The
right.
pillars.
Pillars.
You know what? I was short on that one. I'll admit it.
Mike,
I-
coming up short, just like you did in school, which explains, your reading capabilities.
You know, I
So-
graduated with a 3.7 GPA. Thank you very much.
I don't fucking believe you. I need to
Everybody
see.
congratulates
I need
with
to
a
see the damn
3.7.
receipts for that, dude.
When you're
All right?
All right, I will. I will. Do you know what? Hey, I wasn't real great at like the knowledge portion, but I was real great at being the guy that just everybody liked. All right, that's what I won
I
with.
will say this.
That means he
A
sold
3.7
drugs.
A 3.7 is coming up short of a 4.0. And it also
Yeah.
depends on what your class schedule was like. Did you take any honors classes, any AP classes?
Hell
anything
no.
like that?
My senior year
So, like-
consisted of basically first period film and lit, second period speech, and then 4 electives in digital forms. Basically, whether it was digital imaging or photo editing, or I think there was the other ones I can't remember. But basically, just
speech therapy or like writing?
No, debate.
speeches?
it was debate.
Oh, speech and debate. Oh, okay.
Mhm. Don't you shake your head at me, you son of a bitch. Bitch.
Nini?
What you can do? Kill me?
Nini?
All right. So now that we're done talking about Mike's piss poor academic career, we can start playing D&D. Okay. Listen, it was you tonight. We'll talk about how and why Matt makes us sad next Friday, if that makes you happy.
Well, that's a whole episode. You know?
Yeah, we can do that. We'll have a hangout with the audience. All right. So it's gonna be short, quick. It's gonna be to the point. When we last left our heroes, you had recently arrived in the kingdom of Lior to go to the capital city, Marseille, in order to retrieve the artifacts, the legendary artifacts that were once wielded by the Dragon Knights and made by the Elves and Dragons to battle Takesis in the First Dragon Wars. The much sought after and powerful, maybe, dragon orbs. They had been stored in the vault of the Circle of the All-Seeing Eye, which is Lior's primary wizard circle and like academic society. You entered at night with the assistance of someone you were told to meet, Lucian, a sorcerer, draconic bloodline sorcerer, who then put you in contact with this nice guy right over there. I don't know who's over there. Yeah, that one right there. Nikolai, a cleric, a grave domain cleric of the Veiled Queen, because you were told they are exceptionally powerful sentient objects and their willpower is beyond measure and comprehension, that no normal person could expect to really pick one up and utilize it without succumbing to its whims. That didn't deter you, surprisingly, and you infiltrated the Circle's abandoned building as they had been basically kicked out of Lior by the Queen. You went through a dungeon, met a chimera, you tried to feed him food and befriend him. Trin failed. He thought it was working, it didn't work. You then went through some dangerous traps, picked up a cursed goblet that was making Locke's life miserable, and then you fought a magical machination, a giant spider machine that fired gnomish rockets and magic lasers out of its eyes, and it hurt you guys. The fight was cool. It was fun. Check our last episode to see that. It's the last time we played in person. And yeah, there they were. You found the dragon orbs. My God, they were there. Who would have known? I mean, who would have guessed it, right? You then went to go gather them. Much debate was had. There was definitely some apprehension there. And then Alric was just like, "No, dude, forget this." And then he just picked one up and just like put it in his bag, and all was great. Everything was great. Nothing bad will come of that at all.
I don't like the way he says this.
And job being done, you're like, all right, let's go. Let's blow this joint. Upon leaving, though, you found the chimera that you tried to befriend dead. Lucian, his uncle, the leader of the War Wizards of Lior, with his apprentice wizards and other War Wizard retinue, barring your path out on their way in. There's tension and silence. And then we ended the episode.
And
So that's
cliffhanger for months. Hooray!
A cliffhanger for months. I described it as that I was so excited to get to this point and so upset that we had to stop streaming right there that I have had like basically like creative blue balls for months. I've just been wanting to get to this point. Go here.
He's expressed it to me on multiple occasions,
Yes.
actually. It's kind of funny.
All right. So that's where we pick up. Let me set the mood. Hold on. And no Barry White.
I'm so in love with you, baby. My darling now.
Alex, just
Careful,
love
Alex.
you,
He literally has the power to mute you now.
Yeah.
Timeouts will mean something.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
I'm not scared.
I think we should just take one of the orbs and throw it at their face.
Ooh, I need to adjust some audio here because you were really loud for some reason.
There's two options. One is it hits them in the face and they knock out and we win. The second option is they touch it, it overtakes them, and we win.
All right.
I don't know if that would lead to us winning.
God.
Suddenly some dark dragon paragon we have to fight.
I'm sure it's
Ooh, I
fine.
like the music.
All right.
I mean, look at the ranger guy. He looks fine.
All right. So Lucian had stepped forward, greeted by his uncle, who told him, "I am not at all surprised to find you here, nephew." To which he stands silently, shying away, it seems or appears, from confrontation with his uncle or from possibly fear of giving something away. So, what are you all doing?
What? Lucian, what is going on?
Well, this is my uncle, everybody. The leader of the War Wizards of Lior, the head of their order. I was hoping we could avoid meeting this way, but apparently it can't be missed. So, Fabian, uncle, meet my compatriots, I guess. So Fabian just kind of looks at you all one at a time, taking sides of who you are. And a few of you can feel a shifting in the weave as he might be attempting to or might be casting some sort of spell. You're not really sure what, though.
I imagine. Well, I'm just gonna assume it's not. I don't feel it. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up now. I'm a barbarian.
I'm going to secure the bag of holding around, like, tuck it behind kind of my armor, my shield, turn to Locke and Katarina and say, "Do you know their stature? Should we fight our way out or try to barter?"
So I kind of whisper back, let's see how much they know first.
They haven't done us any harm so far.
They are blocking our path, though.
Well, then perhaps we just simply ask them what they want, or simply ask them to leave. And I'm gonna like push Locke like a little bit further to kind of create distance between like them and the orbs, which are in my little satchel, and I don't want them to know what we have. So I need like another visual center point.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll step forward.
All right, so you step forward. Fabian's eyes move to meet you as you step basically out of line.
We came here representing members of the Circle, and we're going to leave and return to them now.
So, you mentioned the Circle. Not a great start. So you hear you actually hear some laughter come from some of the war wizards themselves behind Fabian. And Fabian kind of looks past. He just looks right past, like right through Lucian, walks forward past him and starts walking up to you. He gets within like 3 feet of you, 4 feet of you. Well, looks as though that settles it then. You're all coming with me. You're guilty of trespassing. Resist, and we'll have to kill you. And take everything that you brought out of here. Everything that's here belongs to the Queen. Belongs to Lior. It doesn't belong to you. And it doesn't belong to those damn wizards who betrayed us. What say you? And you can see his hands. He begins. You immediately recognize, Locke, the gestures and the somatic gestures for some powerful spell, some incantation is working up in his fingers as we speak. You guys see Locke's hesitating. He's doing the Warforged equivalent of eat, like trying to...
I turn and look at Locke. What do you say, brother?
So, before you say anything, counting Fabian, there are, from what you can identify, there are at least 3 apprentice wizards, and there are 4 fully fledged war wizards, as well as Fabian, in the room with you. So, from a pure spellcasting perspective, you can already guess that they can more or less, as a unit, suppress any magic that you all probably tried to throw at them. Between all of them. Locke.
Enough. Fine.
At those words, I'm going to essentially sheath my mace and swing my shield back up around my back.
Okay.
Wait, Locke, are we not fighting them?
Walk forward, Locke.
We're not gonna die here.
We would not die.
We most certainly would die, even if we took some of them with us.
Listen to Locke, friend. He speaks with wisdom. You will serve no greater purpose by fighting now. Save your energies for a more opportune moment.
All these war mages, and me, and Katarina, and you, and the rest. A lot of people would die, and we'd probably level the building, and then nothing would be accomplished, so... fine.
We serve no purpose losing what we came here for either, though. And that purpose is to the safety of Terrowyn.
But they do not ask for these items at this exact moment. I would counsel patience and see what fate might bring us just outside those doors.
I'm gonna assume you're all
think
whispering. By the way, I'll just assume you guys are
Yes.
whispering.
Yeah. Thank you. I was
Yeah.
about.
I think you're forgetting that they're already saying that it belongs to them, so we're kind of in a tight spot.
They're going to try to take it no matter what we do. The question is, do we do it here or later?
Well, we simply, if they demand them as we approach, we simply say they are not equipped to handle orbs at this time. They can remain within their sight, but we can at least keep them at our side. We've already retrieved them. There's no need to handle them more.
I think you're overestimating the amount of leverage we got. If we wanted an opportunity, it's now, not when we get back to whatever that hold they have.
War wizards are extremely powerful. I mean, even one of them would have been a match for us. I don't see anything left to do except go with them, but we need to keep our single goal in mind, that these orbs have to come back with us.
And I'll say loudly, we can just explain that this is all a horrible misunderstanding.
You know what? Make a persuasion check, Katarina.
Okay, I'm pretty good at those.
Yeah? Charisma. She's got it in spades, ladies and gentlemen.
It's her charming smile.
It really is. Are we talking about Terra or are we talking about Katarina?
It's a pretty good
Oh,
roll.
most
That's a-
definitely
That's a great
Katarina if
roll.
we're talking about charisma.
That's a fatty roll
All
right
right,
there.
that's a 24.
A 24. Okay. So, kind of as you say that, Fabian kind of relaxes a little bit, and you see him let go of the somatic gesture. He kind of seems to put him at ease a little bit, but not completely. So, have you decided amongst yourselves whether you're going to resist or come with? If this is truly all some sort of misunderstanding, then you should explain. The Queen herself will want to meet with you.
I don't think we should ever pass up an opportunity to meet with Her Majesty.
I will leave my blade stowed.
So, when you kind of speak up, Alric, Fabian kind of looks at you, right? And he takes a good look at you for a couple of seconds. Don't I know you from somewhere? Haven't I met you somewhere before?
Perhaps you have, but that business would be between us and no one else, I would expect.
He shakes his head. Fine. Lucian, he turns, walks away from Locke, and heads back over to Lucian. You see him pat him on the shoulder, real firm-like. And he leans over and he starts whispering in Lucian's ear. And you can see Lucian kind of tense up from behind, and then like kind of glance to his side over the shoulder, just a little bit, enough that you kind of you can see a corner of his eye. And then he looks back to him, leans back over to his uncle, and replies. And then turns and walks back to you. I'm sorry. I just really don't believe there's anything else that we can do, and I can't convince him otherwise. Just trust me. He's a family individual. He loves me. If we go, there is a chance that I can vouch for you on your behalf and figure out a way to get us out of here, get you out of here with the dragon orbs. We should go.
I'll say again loudly, that is fine. We did not knowingly do anything wrong, so there should be no problem.
So Fabian leaves and he kind of walks over to a couple of the other war wizards. two of them in particular he kind of calls over to him. One of them is a dragonborn, kind of a brownish reddish hue to his scales. The other is kind of an older human. It's got like a long beard, comes out sort of untrimmed. All the war wizards are wearing specialized battle armor made to with magic materials in order to make sure that it doesn't interfere with their casting, and it's quite a regular sight on war wizards in Leor and a lot of casters within the kingdom itself. So he exchanges the word with them, he sends them forward, and he kind of just turns back to you. All right, follow us. We have carriages out on the street outside of the circle. You three, and he points to Nikolai, Godric, and Ulrich, so we'll just separate it by the windows, or camera windows. You'll be in one, and you three, you'll be in another. And he turns and starts leaving.
Well, as you will. Let's go.
You all gonna go at the same time?
Yes.
Yep,
Okay.
I'm going.
All right, cool.
I, for one, don't mind. It's going to be a little bit more roomy in our cabin.
That's true. You're also a little person, little goblin.
He'll have leg room.
Yeah. He has all the leg room he could ever want. Come on, let's be real. So you leave the circle behind, the traps and everything fading behind you, and you enter the carriages separately. They're heavy steel, plated, protected, magically enchanted. You don't pick up any of you who can. You don't pick up any or see any kind of signs of anything that's gonna nullify your magic. There's nothing in there that will stop you from casting necessarily. You just kind of get the distinct impression that these are pretty sturdy carriages. They're each pulled by a set of 6 powerful Leoran war horses. Actually, Alric recognizes the breed because he has seen them before in the West Dales, where the ones used by the royal family are bred and sold. So, big, powerful animals. As you're put inside, you hear locks close. You don't see any mechanisms, but you do hear the sound of something locking. And you are off. The drivers take off, and you begin moving away from the circle behind you into the city towards the palace.
I know I heard something locked, but I'd like to just casually try and open the carriage door to see what happens if there's no visual mechanism. I just want to.
You just want to try to push on the door and open it, or are you looking for a handle?
Nope, just gonna try and open the door.
Okay. I mean, you push on it, it's sturdy, nothing happens, it doesn't open or anything. Anybody else? Any checks or anything?
Do these carriages look like they're intended for the use of transporting prisoners or people who are detained?
No, they simply look like they are meant to transport important or important people in Leor. You get looking at the interior, it's posh, it's clean, everything is comfortable, fine linens just abound, additional pillows. This is meant to transport nobility and people of high office in Leor within the city.
Well, I'm gonna start digging through the pillows and see if anyone dropped anything important. Just dig around.
Make an investigation check for me.
I certainly will. There it is.
So,
5. Oh God.
5. You find a spare copper piece. Pick it up. Looks lucky. Comes heads up. You're all about it.
Oh yeah. All about that.
Don't be doing that yawning shit, Yandrik. I'll come fucking dump cold water on you.
I hold it up to lock
because I'm hungry.
I hold it up, the lucky copper piece to Locke and Katarina. Hey, it's a sign. Everything's gonna be all right. As I take a bite out of it just to verify it's soft and coppery, and I put it away.
Okay.
I'm still keeping up the ruse. I'm like, of course everything will be fine. We have nothing to worry about. These carriages are lovely. I love traveling in style.
Nice. All about this. Yeah, you need your ramen. Mike does like his ramen, Lethal. Can you hear what?
I do.
Can I hear any conversation going on outside the carriage that might be important?
Make a let me.
So I noticed that like Alaric is kind of like pressing his ear to the walls, and I'm gonna cast guidance on him.
Okay, sure. Yeah, go ahead and cast guidance. Throw that into the thing. What's your passive?
My passive is a 16.
A 16. There isn't any kind of like long-term conversation, like full sentences that you can like hear. The wheels and them like running across the streets is pretty loud, and plus the horse is trotting. But you do pick up some basically tidbits about the ball. Nothing nefarious, nothing mischievous, nothing that would set you like at a higher level of like anxiety than you're already at. They're just talking about the ball, they're talking about the queen, and what's to come. That's it. You do notice though, looking like through kind of the windows in the carriage, that the carriages are drawing like a lot of attention from people that you're passing by in the streets, because it is like dark, but the streets are well lit by wonderful like ornate brass lanterns, and you can see like the guard patrols out walking along the streets, and the taverns and inns are bustling with patrons. So that's all you get.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the ball was supposed to be tonight, right?
It's it has been months since we played, and I don't see that in my notes here immediately. So I'm gonna go off the top of my head and say I think it was planned for a few nights from now.
Oh,
That
gotcha.
sounds right.
Okay.
We had a discussion about whether we were gonna wait for the ball to
Yeah.
like serve as a distraction, but instead we're like, no, we're just gonna go now.
That's right.
Yeah. Anybody else? Any checks or anything? Any investigations? Anything they want to do? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Godric and Alaric, saying, are either of you familiar with the royalty of Lior? Do you have any idea if they are supportive of your cause?
Not the fucking clue.
Oh, you should know, Godric. They were uniquely absent from the conclave we attended.
I don't remember.
Do you suspect then that they know of your cause and wish to become obstacles?
I don't think Her Majesty would attempt to become an obstacle towards the safety of Terrowyn at all. I think it is likely that they have their own pressing issues and are focusing inward instead of outward. But I will say we should keep those orbs secret if we can.
What was his name? Was it Nova? Or was it the guy with the tower? Did he not say that she what was it? She'd be against us, was it not?
If it is possible they have internal problems, perhaps we can use that as an opportunity to make a trade. Our passage out from Lior in exchange for helping them with whatever matters plague them. Perhaps then we can use it to secure allegiance or their assistance in your cause.
The priest has a point.
You are the talkers, I am not. If you want to persuade, do it. If you need someone killed, let me know.
Well, this would be a good chance for talk. We should try to see what they, as Alaric mentioned, keep the orbs secret. See what they know first. We'll have to do our best to be patient and keep our weapons to our sights.
Agreed.
All right.
I'm going to lean back on the bench and just pull my hood over my eyes and see if I can take a nap while we're traveling.
Yeah, so you guys see Alric kind of just lean back and start getting comfortable. It's a short ride, but it's still a ride where you're just stuck inside this carriage. So, Nikolai Godric, is there anything else that you would like to do in your carriage?
Not currently. I think the most I'm gonna do is pull out some jerky and nibble on that.
How long is the carriage ride? If we're going to the palace, just guesstimate, is it going to be 1 minute, 10 minutes?
10, 15. Depending on procedures at the outermost wall and the gates.
Oh, sorry, push to talk. Okay, no, I'm good. I
Push
was
to
going
talk.
to say spells, but no, I'm good. I'm just going to kind of be quiet and observing.
Okay. Alright, so Locke, Trin, Katarina, last chance to do anything else before we move on.
I'm gonna pray we make it through this.
I'm good. I'm still just playing the part of innocent the whole way there.
Okay. Locke, nothing? No detect magic, nothing?
No, I'm just kind of going over spells and our situation in my head, so that's what
Right.
Locke's doing.
Alright. Sounds awesome. Okay. I don't know where that went, but okay, I'll have to find it later. So, traveling in the carriages, using the rapidly ascending paved shuttle streets, you approach the great alabaster walls of the palace, which sits high above the city, dominating its skyline. The moon is out partially, one of the moons, kind of backlighting this scene and the city as you move through it. The walls are thick, tall enough that no ladder of reasonable size could hope to reach the top. The silhouettes of cannon barrels can be seen protruding out from the decorative lion's head crenellations upon the dimly lit battlements of the outer wall. After the first gatehouse, you pass between the walls using a wide bridge which spans a deep, jagged crevasse and protected by a barbican halfway through. The bridge is lined with outward-facing sentinels, statues of 15 feet in height, whose base is double as the bridge's support beams as they stretch down below, connecting to the floor. Passing through the gates of the interior wall, as they open the gate, this beautifully ornate and crafted ironbark door protected by two separate portcullis made of adamantine. You see at least 24 guards on the bridge, at attention, watching the carriages go by, taking stock. Your carriages all stop for a moment, and the guards, each of them, a few of them will take a look inside and confirm that there are people. You can hear some talking, Alric, on the outside as they confirm, like, whose carriages these are. Oh, these... You hear Fabian. We're on our way to see Her Majesty with some suspicious individuals. Alert the guard captains and let them know. And then confirms the orders, and the carriages pick up once again. Passing through those final gates, you enter an aristocratic, noble living area. Individual multi-story manor houses with well-maintained hedges, gardens, and tall trees in their yards whose branches stretch out and arch over the pathway forward, casting individual shadows of the tree trunks from the various ornate lanterns that light the streets. You hear the laughter and playfulness of nobles and their families kind of out in their yards enjoying the evening weather and the moonlight. As you reach the end of the pathway and past the final row of aristocratic homes, the palace itself finally comes fully into view as the road makes its final ascent upwards. The main structure is built just atop the tall and far edge of the cliffs, just hanging in some places precariously, it seems, the cliffs barely holding together after possibly thousands of years of weather erosion. Adjacent towers of varying size jut out from the top of isolated rocky spires or along the pathway you take to the top. All connected by interweaving arches, flying buttresses, and semi-covered walkways. Expertly handcrafted by beautifully embellished with lions and the emblems of Lior, the royalty who has lived there, the many families who have ruled over this land since its inception. Windows and balconies adorn the tall parts of the palace, and the towers for maximum view of the land for those to enjoy. After passing through up the end of this road, the carriages finally come to a halt. And you hear everybody get down, and you see, looking through the windows, well-dressed, finely dressed individuals kind of approaching the carriages. They open the doors. At first glance, they seem to be probably servants of the royal household from the palace. They offer you to get down, holding out their hands and treating you as if you were any other important person or dignitary coming to the palace, it seems. The kind of hospitality that Lior is known for is kind of put on showcase. After exiting the carriage, you kind of step out and you feel a very gentle, cool breeze carrying the pleasant aromas of dozens of flower gardens all around the palace grounds as you kind of peer out and see this well-maintained and beautifully landscaped space and at the bottom of a large staircase that leads up to the palace. You then climb the stairs all the way, kind of being followed and guarded by the war wizards who are going with you. Fabian all the way at the front, heading to the palace. You come to the top of the stairs, and you're greeted by a circle of arches in a wide courtyard, bearing the visage of Lior's patron goddess Vivian, which have been built around a single white bark oak tree, who is covered in lush green leaves, reaching tall into the sky in front of you. At the end of a pathway, you see the palace doors and a set of sweeping blue stairs. And you continue moving forward and reach the palace doors, where they're opened by multiple servants, and you are greeted with a beautiful sight of well-crafted marble interior, beautiful floors embellished with gold inlay. The interior wall panels have a almost burgundy-like color, and the columns stretch to a vaulted ceiling with windows above that allow the moonlight to shine down into this hall. After all entering, Fabian directs you to follow him to the main audience chamber. As you pass through multiple rooms, you see nobles, the aristocratic individuals who make up the court are here in the various rooms, art rooms and such, libraries, beautiful indoor fountains covered with vines and even trees growing on the inside. You pass through along a shallow room with art hanging on the walls, depicting some of the more various and important aspects of Lior's history, its founding. Victorious battles, brave warriors fighting dragons and monsters, the Knights of Lior telling the story of their rise to power out of the wilderness, founding the various first towns that would then become and grow into the kingdom of Lior. They're beautiful heraldry, spanned, colorful across these pages. And then you finally enter the main audience chamber and hall at the what feels like a long walk, like 10 minutes to walk through the structure, through all these various corridors. They push open these heavy reinforced doors, and you see a massive room, multi-tiered, great wide, grand staircases leading up in front of you down this maybe 50-foot span, long, and like 28 to 30 or 40 feet wide chamber, maybe 60 feet. You're not really sure because you're not doing the math right now. But the room is filled with royal guards in their heavy plate armor, bearing the heraldry of Lior and of the Queen, Jacqueline Mercier III. Up the first set of stairs is another set of stairs. And at the top of that tall staircase, you see the throne. And sitting upon it, her well-maintained, beautiful hairstyle, the queen herself, blonde in all of her majesty, looking down in a brilliant gown, as she seems to be having a conversation with members of the aristocracy who are well below her to make sure that whoever stands beneath her understands that she rules above and beyond all of them divinely with Vivian's favor. In the area where they're standing, there are towering statues of knights in various forms of armor on these massive marble statues of them on horses. There's 4 of them in the room. And Fabian directs you to, we will wait here until we're summoned, and then you will explain yourselves to the queen. Now, you are going to have to leave your weapons here with the guards. And a couple of the royal guards come over and they basically start gesturing for you to hand them your weapons.
Of course, of course. Is there anything we can do about all of the dirt and grime on us? I wouldn't want to present myself to Her Majesty as such.
So Fabian kind of snaps his finger, and a couple of servants run over, and they come over with like hot towels and some like linen, some really nice linen in order for you to wipe yourselves down, and some like hair oil products and some pomade so that you guys can try to make yourselves as presentable as you can.
I look down. Does that mean I have to put the shirt on? Locke, pull out the chest. I want my shirt.
Okay, yeah. So I pull out the little chest from my robes and then tap it with the staff, and it starts to grow into a full-size chest.
I take off my cloak, throw it to the ground, take off the adamantine sword, and just kind of make a like neat pile on the floor as I wait for him to hand me my nice shirt.
Okay.
I go ahead and I hand over my daggers and my rapiers and my other weapons.
I'll hand him shit. What do you mean? You could.
I'll lift my cloak up. No weapons here.
Godric, I know you don't like to
I'm
part
going to
with
hand
your
over my
weapons,
crossbow.
Yeah, I'm catching up on your guys' messages real quick.
but I would suggest you do so. They're an honorable people, and you won't need your weapon in here.
And what if a dragon attacks like last time I was in the goddamn castle?
Then I imagine you'll try to strangle it.
Huh. That's a good compliment.
So one of the servants actually begins like polishing the shoes and like greaves and stuff on the ones that he can, and he's like, I'm so sorry. They normally we have more time to address guests of your stature when you come to visit the court. I apologize. We'll do the best that we can.
Excuse me, I have a question for you.
I use Presto to start cleaning people off.
He kind of looks at you. He's like,
cleaning.
No. Please, we must do it. It's part of the custom and traditions of Lior. We should treat you like real guests. You're in her court.
Will she care if we have weapons or once I disarm?
One of the royal guards they turn and they look at each other. Their like helmets shift, and they you have more weapons than the ones you gave us.
You hear a loud sigh as I pull out a belt full of hand axes. I pull out Gwendolyn.
Yeah. So they take all your guys' swords, daggers, anything that's obvious or apparent that you haven't attempted to hide. Is there anything you guys want to hide or anything, or try to?
Well, yes, I would like to. So I'd hand over my hand crossbow and the bolts, but I would like to talk to one of the royal guards and say, my mace is a holy symbol for my deity. It was given to me by one of the Shadar-kai themselves as a blessing and ritual as I became one of her clerics. I would like to keep it with me, and I would give you my word that I would not bring any hostile actions upon you between the time now and the time we get our weapons back.
So they kind of look at each other for a moment. And then one of them says, oh, what's the harm? He's clearly a divine individual, right? And the other kind of, I don't know. He's still a stranger. We know the rules. And then he looks at you and says, we can't. You have to hand it over. All weapons. Nothing goes within range that could hurt Her Majesty. No matter who you are or where you come from.
I understand. And then let me tell you this. I wish your word that nothing will befall this item. For if anything were to happen to it, I can assure you, your fates will be cut short. I'm going to then hand him my mace and just walk away.
Yeah. All right. And he takes it. Anybody else?
When I did hand over my weapons and stuff, I did not hand over my guitar.
All right. Yeah, I mean, as they're going through and looking at you, you can tell that they're professional warriors. These are the highest caste of individuals who are basically tasked with protecting the queen. They are aware of what focuses are, what magic items look like. They are looking you guys over square. They immediately recognize your guitar as a magical item. And they take count of it and ask that you hand it over like right away. And they do the same thing. They ask, and they take Locke's staff as well.
I do appreciate that you think my music is magical. I've been told that many times. But you
don't
can't
play stupid with us, Bard.
Guitar.
He just takes it.
Oh, geez. All right.
We're no fools.
Do they take my,
We aren't bumpkins out on the road.
Do they take like my bracers or anything like that? Anything that's like a non-weapon magic item?
They don't take anything off of you guys that like is like a part of armor or part of your outfit or anything like that. At least not that they can tell is like a direct threat. Stabs, weapons, knives, anything they can. They even let you hold on to the bag of holding. They kind of open it and they look, and when they open it, they actually see. They comment on. They're like, "What is this? This is some bag of like what herbs that you picked on the road?" And when you look down, you see that the bag of holding has disguised what it looks like on the inside.
Oh shit!
Nicey nice.
Hey,
And I'll just speak up and say, yes, my duty is not only to banish undead from this land, but also to treat and care for those who need assistance. These items assist me in that task.
All right, well, you may hold on to them.
Which is not a lie, because the orbs are here to assist those in need.
They're not assuming you're lying anyways. It's all good. So, anything else anybody wants to do real quick while you're getting kind of patted down?
Locke, I need a hair tie. If we're meeting royalty, I should look presentable.
Look,
I have one.
the chest
turn
is
to you.
there. Grab what you need.
I walk over to the chest, start rummaging around, and you see me grab some beard oil and a hair tie. And I kind of just start making my mutton chops look good and scraping back my hair as much as I can and tying it into a rough ponytail.
Okay.
I hated the last time we did this in Emrath.
Oh, I've never even seen you do that. You know, you want some good product. I have some recommendations as I wave my beautiful hair.
This, I don't know, I killed somebody. This is what came off of them. It works.
Oh, did somebody roll the lucky number? What we got here?
Romby did.
Who rolled the lucky number? I'm looking for the roll. I
Romby
don't see
got
it.
your lucky number.
Romby
so
did.
thank you.
Romby
And
rolled
it's
it.
Given inspiration to Locke.
Locke,
So
you
Locke-
now have inspiration.
Another opportunity to roll 2 1s.
Yes.
Use it
I
wisely.
love it.
Use
I love
it wisely. I
Thank
love
so
you,
much.
man. We do this because we care about the funnies, not about your feelings. Okay. So, you guys basically clean up. You do the best you can. The servants shine you up. They get all the messy spots that they can. Wipe down your boots, your clothes, anywhere that they can be of assistance. And after a few moments, the aristocrats that are up top, speaking to the queen, kind of you see them bow and they walk off to the left, like across the small like bridge that connects this like elevated area where they were talking to the queen, this intermediate space, and they kind of just walk through the doors. And then Fabian, who is up there, walks all the way down the path, down this long room to you. The queen will see us now. Come. And you guys follow him up there. You climb up this staircase, and there's this amazing marble floor with greens and blues, all these interesting and unique shapes on the floor with red and like the fleur de lis, like all of it just like carved into the marble with like brass. And you wait for the queen to address you, and you hear the sounds of the royal guards behind you leaving. You hear the door close. You kind of look over your shoulder, and all the ones who are in there leave, leaving only the ones, like 5 or 6 of them, up here, like near the queen herself, like by her throne. And you see a couple of the war wizards who came with you, the Dragonborn, like the older wizard, and you see Lucian come in from one of the side doors, and he comes over to where you are. He doesn't stand with you. He goes and stands near Fabian, but they're all kind of there together. And a well-dressed, ornate, kind of like looking individual with this like amazing purple and gold, like really flashy doublet and these like wide pants starts coming down the stairs, and he opens his mouth, and we're gonna take a break. All right. So thank you all so much for watching us so far. Thank you so much for the gifted subs, for being here, for chatting. We love having you all here. I see who you are. We appreciate it, and good job on rolling that 12 there, Mr. Roms. Good job, buddy. We're gonna take like a short 15-minute intermission ish, and we're gonna be right back into it. So stick around or go get your drinks and snacks, whatever you gotta do to take a break. And we will see you back here for what the queen has to say to these jackasses. That way, I'm gonna learn to point the right direction.
Hey, we're heroes.
Yeah. Heroes. Thunder dangerous.
Hero.
Hashtag Thunder dangerous. This is the deal. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We're gonna be right back, and we'll see you soon. All right, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Legendary Action, where we are playing Dungeons and Dragons 5e in my homebrewed setting of Terrowyn with these amazing individuals. We love you. It's great to see you. Welcome back. For those just joining us now, we should give them a little bit of an update. We are doing a giveaway this month, are we not, Alex?
we are super duper giving them a giveaway of a Steam gift card of $30 that we do at the last Friday of the month, as well as a personalized gift from a member of the cast to our bits leader at the end of the month.
That is super awesome. So, like, there's lots of cool stuff happening, but like, have any of our cast members like started doing some cool thing on YouTube where they give these shorts about things that they're interested in? You know, maybe somebody who is really charismatic and nice, and the videos are well. I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, now's the time. You know, selfish plug. Go.
I mean, I guess charismatic is a strong word, but yeah, I have a YouTube channel called Nintera. I'm talking about Legend of Zelda stuff. I've been kind of doing all sorts of videos, like video game lore stuff, but I am niching down, as they say, to just Legend of Zelda stuff, especially because the 35th anniversary. So, yeah.
I enjoyed the They Are Billions one personally. I liked it.
Oh, thanks. I was really proud of that one. I was excited about that one.
I like that one. It was informative. I actually went in the Steam store and like clicked on it and looked at it. I was like, what's going on here? So, you got my interest at least.
Nice. Yeah, my boyfriend's mom wants to play Stardew Valley now after my Stardew Valley one.
Stardew Valley. But you can play with Kim on that one, man. She freaking loves Stardew Valley. She's all about it.
Stardew is such a good game.
Just one of those things.
I went to try to buy the board game, but it was out of stock. But
it's already out of stock? That's crazy.
Yeah. I looked yesterday, I think. Yeah.
Well, it's crazy. So, what's the name of your channel? So they can find you.
It's called Nintera. So I'll type that in the chat. It's just Ninterra.
Yeah, so, ladies and gentlemen, if you could go and drop her a subscription and help her out on YouTube, that would be wonderful. Check out her videos. Make sure you have the bell turned on so you get notified when she posts new content. She's talking about video game stuff, interesting stuff, lore stuff, working on Legend of Zelda stuff. She's fucking passionate about Legend of Zelda, people. It's crazy. She really likes it.
That's so nice.
Yeah, so make sure you go help her out. She's a part of the cast and crew, which means she should be family if you love us, which I know some of you love us a little too much. That's fine. We can handle it.
Speaking of love us, my old boss, friend, and mentor, Donnie Lafferty's in the chat from Germany. Hey, buddy!
Oh my God. What time is it in Germany at the moment? What's going on over there? How's that hanging?
I think it's like morning. I don't know, because it's late here, so it's morning there.
6:48.
Yeah.
That's an early day. Well, thanks for dropping by. We appreciate it, man. Alex still talks about you all the time. He won't shut up. I think he loves you or something.
I do. Great people. Great people. Good folks. They really helped me a lot, taught me a lot, and still continue to do so. Huge positive influences on my life. Super
awesome. So, I think he's lurking or whatever, but I saw JT was in here. You guys make sure you go follow JT. It's a great friend of the community. Also, Queen Reaper. If you're not following her, make sure you go drop her a follow. These people are amazing, and you will not be let down or disappointed by the content that they provide. Like 100%, 110%, 110. All right. So, that all being said, back to the game. Bring it down. You're standing at the bottom of the staircase. This individual with his pompous, slicked back hairstyle and well-maintained clothing, purple, royal looking, coming down the stairs to address you. All of you, unfortunately, which includes Godric. And the goblin.
The handsome goblin.
So, kind of you get the stature of this individual is kind of almost like a lanky sort of just your general court-going I don't know, servant type. He has that look of arrogance and pompousness that comes with working very closely with royalty, and he kind of seems to be looking down upon you, as is common. And he opens his mouth and begins to speak. Let me turn this down for a sec. Or not. Do the stuff. I'm clicking on you. Do it. It's not doing it.
Do the roar.
Yeah. Do rawr. Do the thing. All right. Oh yeah. All right. Now it's working. Okay. So, he kind of speaks up and presenting Her Majesty, Queen Jacqueline Mercier III, ruler. Queen of the lands of the Kingdom of Elior. We now will commence with the questions, so to speak. So, she will speak to you, and you may respond. Is that understood?
Yes, it is understood.
I'll just bow and not say anything.
So, well, are you actually like bow, or are you gonna do like a curtsy, like the thing?
I'll do a curtsy.
Okay. Well, the rest of you, anything? You nod. I didn't hear you say yes.
I step forward and I say, now presenting the heroes of Rivergate, heroes of lore, friend to all, and saviors of the land. We understand your terms as I introduce these adventurers.
So, she's from where you're standing, she's still like up, so you have to look up to her to the throne. She's still a good, if my notes come up here. She's still a good, like, 15, 17 feet away from you guys, like, up sitting on the throne. Now that you've gotten this close, you can kind of see a little more clearly than where you were when you first entered. Flanked by some royal guard in like, heavy plate mail with large pole axes. They're kind of just standing on the side. You also see a couple of other individuals up there. Nobles. One of them is wearing like traditional wizard's robes, the kind that you would expect to see, like maybe the war wizards wear, kind of blended with like accented by armor in certain places in a very similar fashion to Fabian and the other war wizards. Some of the others just look like general aristocrats, maybe advisors or in some capacity. Maybe they're her council. I'm not really sure, but they're up there talking to her at the moment. One of them is in like sort of a military-esque like uniform. It's real easy to identify. And another one you see is wearing like sort of priestly robes. With the visage of Vivian, and then there's another individual up there wearing robes as well. That kind of looks more like a cleric, but you see the emblems of the dragon Reasonableness on this individual as he's up there talking as well. So
Great.
Finally, Jacqueline speaks and addresses you. More notes. And... oh, too far. So, who are you, and why have you come and trespassed on my property and my lands? Your names, please.
Alaric steps forward and bows in the customary Leoran fashion. Your Majesty, I am Lord Alaric van Berg, son of Strauss van Berg of Taven. We come bearing no ill will towards you or your kingdom.
She nods. One of the advisors nearby kind of leans in and starts whispering to her. Oh, I see we have royalty of sort in the court as well then. It's been many a year since I've traveled to the West Dales. How is your father?
My father as well. He has taken another wife, and they have borne children. And the lands themselves seem fruitful. Thank you for asking, Your Majesty.
It's all good news then. I once met your mother when I was a young girl. I did hear of her passing. It was unfortunate.
She is sorely missed.
Next. Any takers?
I'll step forward. Yeah, I'll step forward. I just put a hand over my chest. Slight bow. Says, I am Nikolai from Kriat. I am a cleric of the Veiled Queen. And then I'll just step back because I have nothing else to say.
Kriat. Sure. Either way, welcome to my court. Next. You, the girl.
I'll bow in a similar way to how Alaric did. Katarina Greycastle. It's a pleasure.
And the pleasure is mine as well. Where are you from? You have an accent. It's difficult for me to place. Where are you from?
Just north of Belindle.
I see. Next, how about you, the large one with the tattoos?
Godric kind of just steps up a little bit. I am Godric Angerson, son of Udger Steelhammer. Doing a light bow.
Don't see many of your kind this far south from the Frost Barrier Mountains past the Stormlands. It's interesting to meet you.
Most Sumerians don't make it this far. I am different. I was sent from my people.
Maybe underneath different circumstances I may have wanted to discuss it with you. Now you, the mechanical being, the Warforged, where do you hail from?
That is a great mystery. My friend, and I gesture to Godric, found me in the ruins of down south. My name is Locke, Your Majesty.
Very well then. And you, Goblin. Strange to see your folk so far west. I can tell you're not of the run-of-the-mill goblins that normally bother our travelers in the radar villages here in Lior.
I step forward and I flare out my cloak dramatically, and I say in my sultry voice, Trin Twilight, an artist and performer of much renown, loved by the people, friend to nobles and vagabond alike, student of the Grand Von Bell.
This name, I'm familiar. I've heard of him. A composer, yes? Music.
Among one of his many talents, my liege.
It's the only talent of his that I think I would be interested in. The stories that I've heard. Either way, now that the formalities are over with, we can get down to discussing the reason that you have been brought before me. That being the matter of the trespassing at the Circle of the All-Seeing Eye. I can tell now from your introductions that most of you are outsiders and therefore maybe not aware of what has transpired. And I'll spare you the details, but they have been banished. Nobody is to be in the circle for any reason. None whatsoever. So, how be it did you find yourselves there?
That should have been something we know. I apologize for our ignorance. We did not realize that the circle was off limits.
Well, surely your chaperone Lucian here, Volthier, explained the situation to you before you entered, and yet you still did. So, why were you there? Whom do you represent, and why have you been sent to my lands?
We represent you, Your Majesty, as well as all of Terrowyn in our deeds.
So she kind of just looks away. Spare me your rhetoric. You know exactly what I mean. Give me the real reason. Let's not play these games. I don't have the patience for it.
Well, we were searching for something which was rumored to be at the circle.
And that being? What were you looking for?
I've been searching for my father for some time now. And him being a mighty wizard himself, it was a likely place for him to be.
So, one of the individuals nearby, one of the advisors, it seems, comes up to her and starts whispering to her. And then after a few moments, he steps away and takes his place back down, like back to off to the side. It's an interesting tale. But any and all wizards that were associated with the circle would have been banished. So your father would not be there.
Well, it is a shame that I wasted all of our time then.
It's more of a shame that you continue to do so. All of you. You are not here under the best of circumstances. You understand that. You have been charged with conspiracy to undermine the realm, my rule, and the safety of the people that I rule over, as well as trespassing on closed property. And we could charge you possibly with a relic stealing and hunting of treasures in places you should not have been.
I assure you that we mean no harm to you nor your kingdom.
My advisors feel very differently about it. They tell me I should be wary of all outsiders until we have the objects we need to make sure my kingdom is protected in the coming years.
That's not surprising given that one of your advisors is an agent of the chaos that the world is now seeing.
So she kind of stands up, and she kind of steps forward for a moment, and raises her voice. And who do you think you are to sling accusations? I merely tolerate your trite sense of nobility. From where do you come from? You're nothing. Who do you accuse of being an enemy agent that's in my court, young Vanberg?
Well, Your Majesty, if you merely tolerate it, that's more than I do. But I was at the council that you were absent from, and a great thing were spoken there about the resurgence of dragons and about a cult of domination leading the charge. And that man, as I point to the dragon reasonablest up there, he is one of that cult.
So he speaks up. He lies, Your Majesty. Whatever cult, whatever rise he's speaking of is merely conspiracies being sown by those who would deny our religion and deny how we feel about the place of dragons in the world. We mean no harm to anybody. We simply wish to practice and exist within your realm.
Your Majesty, if I may.
I have not spoken to you, sir. And she turns to look at the individual that you pointed at. So nothing that he said is true, you claim. And he just bows his head and steps back. Lord Fabian, come forward for a moment with your nephew Lucian. And they both walk forward towards the foot of the stairs. What do you believe is happening? And he turns to address you. Your Majesty, I believe that they were sent here by the wizards from the Circle to recover some artifacts from the Circle itself, from the vault. Why else would such a group of obvious seasoned adventurers want to go further in or enter that land itself? There's no other reason it could possibly be. It would be too coincidental for them to be here for any other reason. That wizard Novar has sent them here to recover the very things that we know are there. And I know that they penetrated deep inside the Circle's defenses and overcame many of its obstacles. The only question that really remains now is whether or not they found them and took them out with them, and where they've hidden them. So, you should all make it easier on yourselves and just give up what we all know that you have. This ruse will not be tolerated. So, anybody? First to speak evades being tortured for the information.
I would like to see proof that we have... I would like to see proof that we have these magical items you speak of.
If I had 100% proof, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Which is why we're asking you what you've done with them.
Done with what exactly?
The dragon orbs, you insolent fool. We know what you're there for. There's
When
no
he
other
says that-
reason to enter the Circle than to find those. We know they didn't leave with them. We have captured and found wizards that we've tortured for information, and they told us they were left there. We know they were there.
When he mentioned the dragon orbs, I wanted to look at the priest up there, the dragon reasonableist, and see his reaction, gauge it.
Be right back.
He kind of shifts awkwardly for a moment and changes the weight, the positioning of his feet.
What is the body language of the other Vivian priest doing through all of this?
He's just basically been standing there, just keeping at attention, just watching and listening. He hasn't spoken to her or anything that you've noticed since you guys have entered the chamber, but he's just observing, standing, his arms crossed, and being polite, basically. I think you kind of get the sense that he's really taking it in, whatever's being said. Anybody else?
Well, no, I'm looking towards Katarina.
So, let me get this straight. We're accused of going into a forbidden circle and taking artifacts that you yourselves have not been able to take?
Yes. Plain and simple, yes. We have tried on multiple occasions to breach the defenses, and it's cost us the lives of some of our younger apprentice wizards. But tonight of all nights was the night that we were going to get all the way through. We know what we were looking for, and we know they were there. This is
How are you
not
planning
some
on getting through?
coincidence. I don't believe I need to explain my tactics, my efforts, or my tricks to you. I'm not on trial here, you are.
Your guards did do a thorough job of patting us all down for weapons before we came in here. Would they not have found them on us?
The royal guards are looking for weapons and dangerous objects of the like that they're used to seeing. I casted the spell as soon as I met you. I can tell that you're glowing with magical power and properties that radiate off of you. Everywhere, every inch of you screams, "We are here, we're well prepared." You, and he points to Nikolai. That bag, bring it.
They are not in the bag.
Oh, so you admit you have them, but they're not in the bag.
I pull the miniature chest out of my robe, set it on the floor. Do you recognize this spell?
Of course.
Do you know what happens when I destroy it? And then I hold my hand above the chest's miniature.
You're bluffing. They're not in there. I'm not convinced. I know what my spell told me. And he points to the cleric again. Bring me that now. If you don't think that I've never seen a bag of holding before, you are sorely mistaken. Bring it here.
It's not mine, so I'm going to turn to Godric, Locke, and Katarina.
I have the chest grow by tapping it. And do you know what happens when a bag of holding goes into a place it shouldn't?
So, he walks forward. And you see him begin casting a spell. And you recognize the components as he casts Dispel Magic on your chest. And
I counterspell it.
Oh no!
You
Oh my
attempt
God.
to. And one of the other
no.
wizards, the apprentice wizard nearby, counterspells your counterspell. And he... Poof. Your spell dissipates. The chest gone.
Well, the chest would just sit there since it's
Nope,
actually
it's gone.
there.
No, it's gone.
Alright.
So he kind of walks forward to you, gets real close. Raise another hand and gesture of casting a spell again, and I will destroy you and all of your friends here and now. Cleric, bring me the bag. And you can see the other war wizards now that came in with him have kind of closed in and are standing a little bit further back, but they're purposely spreading themselves out around you now.
God. Godric takes a step forward towards Locke, like behind him.
We have nothing to fear. He's destroyed the stones.
I destroyed nothing. Bring me the bag of holding and empty it. And he looks back at you. You! I will take pleasure in taking apart piece by piece until all that's left is your soul automata and I crush it in my hands. I swear.
Not before I claw out your throat with my teeth.
Bring me the
I
bag.
lean over Locke.
Once again, I'm going to turn to Locke, Katarina, and Godric and say, "It is your bag. I will do as you wish."
Godric just growls.
Tick tock, tick tock. It's only a matter of time till they get impatient and just decide to roast you for your stuff instead.
Give it to him.
I will unsleeve in the bag and lay it down at his feet.
Oh my god!
Gonna then essentially say, like, no. I'm not the diplomatic one. I'm the grouchy one.
Any other last minute anythings, please? Anything you guys want to do?
Somehow get the ability to know fireball and hit him in the mouth, but that's about it.
So, can I address the queen, or try to again? I'll say it. If I may, Your Majesty.
You can do whatever you want.
So that's what I would open up with. If I
Okay.
may, question, Your Majesty.
Speak.
You ask us questions seeking to find answers, to find truth. Alaric here has informed you that you may have someone trying to mislead you. Why not simply cast a zone of truth in this room, and we find out the answers in truth for ourselves? You will see that he is speaking truthfully, and then you can ask the question of your advisor yourself and see what happens. It would cause no harm and would not escalate any tensions, but could perhaps give you guidance and insight into the situation. In fact, I am confident that your priest next to you would be able to cast such a spell, so you will have knowledge that I am not interfering in any way.
Spells like Zone of Truth are used as a last resort in interrogations when we've decided that the individuals who do not wish to be honorable and truthful in my court are taken away to dark places where they're not seen again until we get the answers we're looking for. But I believe I already have the answer I am looking for. So,
Your Majesty.
Fabian picks it up and begins emptying the contents of the bag of holding onto the ground. So whatever is in there, from your guys' inventory or whatever, is now out on the floor.
A few dead heads, some arms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get kind of there's a bad whiff and smell that kind of comes off of that, and a couple of gasps and from some of the advisors up near the queen.
Shit, I'm actually curious what else.
Including herself, and she pulls up like a handkerchief basically and covers her face. And out come 4 out of the 5
Dragon orbs.
dragon orbs. The blue, white, green, and red just hit the ground, and like immediately everybody up near her stands and begins moving forward. Like the war wizards all immediately snap to holding spells in their hands, and the royal guards snap to up near her, and there's a sort of real calm quiet for a few seconds that just kind of, you can hear the birds outside the window to the rear of her throne, just outside on the balconies. And Fabian comes over to pick them up, and he picks up one of them, and he turns to the queen, and he smiles, just a big smile. I told you, Your Majesty, they had them.
So, question. You know how I could tell when the orb was reaching out to Alaric? Is the same thing happening to Fabian?
No.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. And so the queen, yes, you are right, Lord Fabian, it seems. Either way, I believe you have all sealed your fates. As per our agreement, Fabian, your nephew will be spared this, but heavily taxed for his intrusion. As a citizen of Lior, he will be treated differently than these spies coming here and doing the work of the circle. And then Fabian kind of turns away from her and says, "No, Your Majesty, I don't think so." And then you guys hear the sounds of fighting coming from the doors and the clashing of weapons from outside of the room.
Oh, shit.
And then the doors burst open.
Oh no!
And the royal guards are being pushed into the room, fighting back to back with other troops as they're being assailed by strange, almost cult-like robed individuals wearing masks that mirror those of the likeness of dragons, bursting into the room.
No.
I try to run up and scoop the balls into the pouch so I can run away.
Yeah. So as you attempt to run forward, one of the war wizards sees what you're doing immediately and casts a real fast fucking spell at you as he casts I don't know why it's evading me at the moment.
Death.
Yeah,
Firebolt?
no, not death. Firebolt. There we go. All I could think of was fireball, and I'm like, oh, that's a fucking extreme reaction.
I mean, seems fitting.
Yeah, so he casts firebolt, and let's see. Yeah, so your AC. What's your AC?
15.
15? Oh, it meets it. So as you run forward, it strikes you straight in the flank and burns through your clothing. And it catches on fire partially, and it sears your body, and there's just a rush of pain through you as you take 7 fire damage from the spell attack. So these individuals are rushing, and they're very quickly dispatching these guards, just overwhelming the royal guard, who just stood no chance. They immediately disarm them and pin them and start pulling out daggers and sticking them through the slits in the helmets and underneath the arms, the back of the legs, and just immediately dispatching as many of them as they can. You see Queen Jacqueline reel back in horror, and there is a bright flash of magic and several seemingly magical spell effects go off in the chamber, and there's a loud almost explosion of magical power that comes from the throne. And you see the priest from the Dragon Reasonableness kind of gets thrown to the bottom of the stairs, down, and rolls down it. And there's this shimmering magical shield that's just surrounding the queen and her guards that were nearby and the advisors who were up there with her. And you see the war wizards with Fabian immediately begin casting spells, trying to hit it. And the cultists, it seems, kind of come forward, and they all kind of close in on your guys' position surrounding you. Fabian kind of turns, and he looks at you, but then he turns and looks at Lucian. And Lucian looks absolutely baffled and completely surprised by what's happening at the moment. He's shocked, and it just reads through his body. It looks like he's trembling. But Fabian kind of walks up to him. Lucian, it's time for you to make a decision. You've always known that our powers were gifted to us by a powerful dragon generations ago. Well, that dragon finally came calling and said it was time for us to fulfill our bargain as a family for the power it bestowed us. You should very carefully consider the decision that is being offered. You may join me and the Cult of Domination in ushering in a new era of world domination on behalf of Tekesis. Or you can die here with the individuals that you were with. The choice is yours. I only offer it once, and Andrakar is not understanding. He will burn the city down. And then he kind of looks off to the side, and from the other side of the hallway where they're finally kind of finishing up dispatching some of the guards, an individual walks in wearing this very Leoran fashion. It fits, blends right in. Seems like your everyday person. A human man, well kempt, slick hair, and a wide mustache, with a sash of some sort designating a position within the court. The individual here will help us dispatch these adventurers, and it will help take control of the kingdom. I've been promised to rule this land in the name of Takesis. Our family can rule Leor as we have always been meant to. You and I both know that it was taken from our family generations ago. We have rightful claim to rule over it. All you have to do, and he reaches out towards Lucian, take my hand, nephew, and rule with me. And Lucian stops for a moment. He turns and looks at you all. Looks around the room, takes stock of the situation. Yes, of course, uncle. And he takes his hand.
What?
And stands by his side.
That piece of shit.
And he begins preparing to cast the spell. I'm sorry, but it's family. And I can get more power, and that's all I've ever really wanted.
It's like Lucian.
And we roll for initiative.
Oh my god!
You sweet go!
Freaking A, man.
I'm gonna bite fucking that motherfucker's throat out.
Oh,
Actually, hold on. Right before I roll for initiative, there is... I want to remind you...
No one has weapons.
Yeah, that you were all disarmed.
never disarmed if we have our faith.
Exactly.
Fuck
yeah.
out of here.
You wear
As long as your spell doesn't
your
require a
faith-
spell
your-
focus,
yeah,
yes.
Your faith
So,
is your
Andy,
shield. So,
Just to clarify,
My shield.
they left, the guards left, but you're not sure if they took your weapons and stuff or not. So, they might still be in the room. I actually got a little ahead of myself. From the very end, the main doors you guys came from, the doors burst open, and you see a group of Leoran knights come in, almost headlong rushing through as they basically run over a couple of cultists and cut them down. And you see a man in gold armor who's kind of upright and wielding this beautiful sword. And then you hear from the top of the stairs, the queen calls out a name, and she just says, Guillermo. Guillermo's here. And you hear the advisor say, your brother needs to work quickly to get us out of here. Your safety is all that matters, Your Highness. We must stay behind the barrier. And now we'll roll for initiative.
Advisor. Which advisor? The priest or the cultist guy?
You can't see because they've kind of stepped back, and there's the shimmering magical field that's protecting them is kind of obscuring the vision of it directly, like line of sight, direct line of sight.
yeah, because the dragon cultist priest, he's outside of the bubble helping the Fabian's wizards trying to get into the bubble.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be blessed.
Oh, no one's blessed. I haven't blessed anyone.
Yes.
Yeah. We're not unmuted. Oh, never mind. Lethal got it.
Can you manually
Last one to roll.
change the initiative?
I think you just need to manually set whose turn it is.
Or we'll just have the players cycle through really quick.
Oh, yeah, we could do that. Just hit next turn a bunch of times. And somehow Mike got blessed again.
Yeah, that's weird.
Maybe you typed a number or something, and so it.
I
used
didn't
your
even touch my
hotbar.
keyboard. I wasn't on my keyboard. I was on my phone looking something up real quick.
There we go.
There we go.
Neat. I'm going to use.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah. All right. Cool. This is cool.
I found out what the problem is. Zero is my talk to my push to mute, and it also happens to be my bless button. So I'm gonna just move that. Right. There we go.
I think it
There
might
shouldn't be a
happening
problem
for you
anymore.
too, but
Because he's using that push to talk.
it says push the talk button. Call
Oh
Mike.
my god. Is the 0 just the
Yes,
quick
it's the
command for that?
default bless, buddy. I just
That's
ran into
hilarious.
that.
All right. Well, you're all gonna have to live with it. So
It's
There.
the
Just
farthest
remove it from
right-
your quick bar. That's what I did. You can put it back easy.
Yeah, just drag it off the bar.
all right.
That shit was great.
We'll do it live. We'll
That's
do it live.
We're
Okay.
trained professionals, everybody. I promise.
I thought we were trained amateurs.
I thought we were
All right.
unapologetic nerds, but
Which one of those sons of bitches counterspelled me before?
That guy.
Fuck it. I send a shocking bolt his way. Yes, it is. Oh, look at that damage. Oh my god.
Roll 2 ones.
Life changing. Wow. That's amazing. Okay. Locked says to the group, if you stay close enough to me, I can help protect you. Moves closer to Katarina and Trin, kind of putting himself between them and the wizards. And then I will end my turn.
Not good. Not good at all.
Whew. Okay. Oh man. I have no weapons. All right. Guillermo down here kicked in the door with 3 other knights, right? It's spelled that way in Lior. Okay, then he looks like he's got his stuff handled. I'll stay up here. Do I know if our loot is nearby at all? Oh dang, that is too far. Okay, and then these cultists are equipped with daggers? The masked cultists. Okay. Okay. Then this one on the right here. It's 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna move up to him and punch him in the face. Actually, I'm gonna cast.
Do that, Justin.
Uh-huh.
Before you do that, Justin, it seems that we're having some audio problems. I hate to interrupt the flow of combat, but apparently we can't. The stream can't hear any of Andy's narrations.
Are we muted on that?
And Zeke said that he could hear Matt and Justin, but not Andy. Justin's the only one I hear. I heard Matt doing initiative on top of the round.
Do you hear Andy now?
Wait for the obligatory stream delay.
No. Okay.
Well, that's not good. Well, kind of sum up, Azig. Andy was narrating how wonderfully screwed we are currently, and we're trying to find a way out of this mess without dying. Current plan is that Justin's gonna go up and shank a guy.
With my fist.
Andy, I know why they can't hear you. I forgot to put headset in there. I put the mic off, but not a headset. My bad.
Okay.
My bad.
So now they should be able to hear me, right?
All right. Yep.
Okay.
That's my bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Thumbs up.
No
chat.
problem.
Thumbs down, chat.
Yep.
Some
I
love
can
in the
hear him.
chat if we can hear
I
Andy
got like
now.
7 months. I'm 7 months out of practice. I apologize.
All right, we're good.
Everybody, make sure your rolls are on public, please, so I don't have to have re-rolls for you guys.
All right, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on him on my way up to punch him in the face.
It.
I don't know why it rolled a 5. Is that my first Hunter's Mark damage? Is that what that's supposed to be?
I have no idea, man.
It was a 1d6 or something.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I cast Hunter's Mark on him, and then I attempt to punch him in the face, but I know that Mirkos was readying an action, right?
He was.
Does that interrupt my action?
No, it happens. I mean, well, it could interrupt your action if it has an effect like it stuns you or something, but no, it's just a firebolt. So he fires at your direction. And that is going to be a natural 1. Sweet, right off the bat. So it as he goes, there's like a magical discharge, and you can see like a mirror, kind of a weird reflective effect come off of the shield protecting the throne, and it seems to disrupt his spell and his concentration, and the spell explodes in his hand and just blows up. So
Ooh, I hope it hurt. All right. So then,
there we go. All right.
All right, and then I will punch him with my first one. That is a 17 to hit.
That's a hit.
And since I hit him, I mark him as my favorite foe. So I will do a total of 12 damage.
12 damage. Oh, dude, you straight fucking, like, knock him unconscious. Just hits the floor. Boom. Out. Drops his weapon. Outie, dude. Just like...
Oh, good.
Outright.
Then...
That was a sweet punch.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I have a second attack, but I guess I don't need it. I'm just going to pick up his scimitar.
Okay. So, you pick it up. And, yeah, it's a standard scimitar. It's not like a +1. Doesn't have any magical effects or anything. Just a standard scimitar.
All right. And then I turn towards Murkos, and end my turn.
All right. Lucian turns and maybe. Okay, why is that not working? There we go. And runs up the stairs. Yeah. And you see him to begin... he begins basically working some sort of magical effect against the shield protecting the throne room, or the throne itself. And you're not sure exactly what's going on, but he seems to be casting some sort of like dispel magic effect or something, working against the shield protecting the queen. Hey, Misty Fortune, welcome. How's it going? Welcome, Raiders, to Legendary Action Official, where we play 5e Dungeons and Dragons like a bunch of badasses in my homebrewed setting of Terrowyn. The party is in combat in the royal throne room of the Kingdom of Lior at the moment, where they were betrayed by a compatriot. And, yeah, so they're trying to help them protect the queen of the kingdom. So, welcome. How you doing? How was your stream? What's going on? You know, I hope you are having a wonderful night. Thank you for choosing us to raid and come in here. You know, we appreciate it. And we appreciate all of you amazing and wonderful people for dropping in and following her here. Thank you so much. And welcome. Say hi, players. Be polite.
Hello.
Hi, players. Be polite.
Hello.
Hi!
Should come to hang out with us on a Friday night to watch us play Dungeons and Dragons.
Screw up our
Watch me.
cess? Are really? Okay. I mean, you're welcome to try. If you have points, you can spend them in the store. If you've been in here before, if anybody's lurked in here before or accrued them, there are ways to hurt and harm the players, as well as a tips panel down below with some more extreme effects and stuff. But you don't have to worry about that.
We just got betrayed by an NPC, so you should totally help us.
Yeah,
Hey, I made a
all their
promise to,
magical
turn some
weapons,
guy.
all their magical weapons and everything were basically taken, and they were disarmed before they had to meet the queen. So like they basically have nothing but their skin, their spells, and their wits between them and death at the moment. And somebody has death ward, but that's about it. So
And I did promise to tear out a wizard by the name of Fabian's throat out with my teeth, so that's gonna happen.
that's true. You did promise that.
It's gonna happen.
Oh, you're yeah. Great DMs think alike. I don't know what to tell you.
That's hilarious.
Lethal Lilith, just love us. Remember
So-
how much I care for you.
I'm gonna have to find like a digital die set or something, or some way I can utilize my counters that I normally use when we play in person. I'm not really sure how to handle this. Anyways, so Lucian starts trying to dispel this protective barrier, it seems. Based on the rate that and way that he's doing it, it might take a while unless others join him. So that ends his turn.
Okay.
Bringing it to this cultist, who then decides that, he's all about that thug life, and he runs down here to hit Nikolai. And he attacks him with a scimitar attack. Maybe, if it rolls.
Bring it.
Yes, they didn't take your shield. It was like strapped to your back, and they obviously just missed it, so you still have your shield. Ah, there we go. That is going to be a miss. It doesn't matter, it was fucking 1 damage anyways, whatever. Whatever! So that ends his turn. As he runs forward, wildly slashing at you, kind of glee you can see from underneath the mask, and he makes these wild attacks. It's immediately apparent that this individual is untrained and just a raw disciple or initiate in whatever this dragon worshipping cult is, and his attacks flail wildly, and you block him with your arms. Bringing it to Trin Twilight, our goblin bard.
As I recoil from getting blasted with that fire, I turn towards the cultist that is next to Nikolai, and I said, "This place is too big. I'm gonna go get our stuff." As I say to the group, and I turn to the cultist, and I say, "Cellophane, Mr. Cellophane, shoulda been my name, Mr. Cellophane. 'Cause you can look right through me, walk right by me, and never know I'm there." And I do this a quick flourish, and I go invisible, casting greater invisibility.
Ooh, greater invisibility. Bravo, sir.
Ooh.
Where? Bleep, bleep. There. And so I go invisible. And I run away. And I run towards the spot.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So the chipper goblin just disappears in a poof of flashy smoke and some pyrotechnic effects, and then he's gone. And you hear just tap, 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 running away.
And my turn.
All right. Bringing it to the Dragonborn wizard, who also asks Fabian for direction as he starts moving up towards Lucian and him, but stops short and turns and casts a spell. And whoop, nope, that's the wrong person. There we go. And he casts Magic Missile at first level. And he targets Locke, Katarina, and Alric. All right. So, streaks of white magical light just kind of come from the tips of his fingers as he spreads them out and points them in your direction. And they shoot out and dart at you. And they strike each of you for 3 force damage.
Ow.
All right. That brings us to the big, the bad, the bold, the barbarian. Lots of B's. The Godric. We'll end with a G, though.
All right. First off, I loudly proclaim. Well, fuck. I just say it out loud. What's his name? Bryn, if you can find it, Bryn, Bryn. And I would like to then rage.
I'm surprised you didn't say, "Get to the chopper!"
Get to the chopper!
Oh no, look at another raid incoming.
Hey!
Welcome, raiders, to Legendary Action Official, where we play D&D 5e like a bunch of badasses. A bunch of badasses in my homebrew setting of Terrowyn. Right now, the party is currently in the throne room of the Kingdom of Leor, where they were betrayed by an NPC, classically. And, yeah, it's all badness. Actually, Lucian has a long-standing history with the party, or the prior members of the party. Some of them. I don't know, not anymore. But, yeah, they're being assaulted by evil cultists and the like, and the war wizards of this kingdom are trying to, go through with a coup d'etat or a coup and take over. It's all goodness. So thank you so much. How's your stream? How's everybody doing? Welcome. Say hi again, players. Do
Hi
it.
again, players.
Hello.
Yay! My minions
Pleasure to
speak.
meet all of you.
My minions speak. So we're so happy you can join us. Thank you for choosing our stream and for coming to hang out. We really appreciate it. You're awesome. All right. So
All right.
what are we doing, Godric? What's our barbarian Goliath doing? What's he doing? What's he doing? Thank you so much for the follow, Rogue Oak Tree. We love you.
Godric looks down, looks around, seeing Trin disappear in his words. As I then rage and just begin full sprinting towards Thabian. Every step digging into the ground, just running. And as I run by the bag of holding, I swoop up the greatsword that's on the ground and begin killing as I jump up to swing at Thabian. I should have enough movement. Let me see. So 5, 10.
Oh my God, Neptune coming in with some gifted subs. Thank you so much. Winsec, Sonic Wolf, Total Wounds, Shrieky, Hixing. Enjoy those subs and those emotes. Thank you so much. And, if you enjoyed tonight's session, you're here, consider renewing that sub in the long term. We really appreciate it. And we love every bit of support that comes our direction. Thank you all so much for the follows, too. We're... Any other time, I would definitely just dig in and thank each one of you one at a time. But, D&D combat can be kind of long enough as it is. So just know that we appreciate everyone that we love you. Thank you so much for following and stuff.
Yeah, I will say this, especially after our little break, and us coming back and you all showing up tonight to support us means a lot.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Definitely.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You guys are great. Best community ever.
All right, so did you make your attack roll?
I was waiting for the exposition to finish before I did. Yeah, okay. I pick up, I swoop in, grab this just regular greatsword, cackling away, start swinging in, trying to dig into his flesh as I swing recklessly. And then, just need to go down here.
We're still
Does a 27 hit.
Oh, fucking 27 hits the shit out of him. So fucking hard. Just a little bit of background information. This is our first session ever playing online like this. We normally play in person. You can see over my shoulder. This is our set where we normally play live. But due to COVID and stuff and restrictions in our state, we're kind of taking a break from being in person. But this is where we normally play. And it's, over there's my fancy DM screen or whatever. But so we're using Foundry VTT. But so we're, if we miss some stuff or we're kind of being trying to figure out our moves and how to do some stuff, it's because we're brand new to the virtual tabletop dealio.
That's true.
But yeah, so it does a whole bunch of damage.
I do 14 slashing damage and 7 radiant damage.
Man, you missed a crit by 1 number.
I know it happened. I'm not too worried about it, bro. His throat's looking mighty delicious. First, was so good. Oh, but yeah, I just dig in, carving the greatsword across his chest as hard as I can, trying to get in, letting the rage overtake me.
All right, sounds good. I'm gonna apply that damage in just a second. I have to update something real quick on these guys.
Would you like me to do my second attack while you're doing it?
No, hold on one moment. Okay. It's not gonna take me long at all. I accidentally screwed up one of the prototypes for the tokens, so they had some of the wrong stats and stuff on them, but it's all fixed now. All right, so let me apply that damage. And that will be... Did it go? Okay, no, it didn't work. Did it work that time? Oh, why is it not applying it? Oh, hold on.
Technical difficulties. Give us 1 second while I figure this out.
It did that time. So.
Oh, I should do this to make it easy for you too.
As you slash into him, there's like a blur of like magic that kind of moves almost shadowy in its design, like there's another being attached to him. It comes off of his armor and kind of like dampens the blow of your weapon and protects him. And he kind of just locks eyes with you, and you can see him begin moving the somatic incantations to like cast some sort of spell at you.
Well, I do what any raging barbarian would do after looking at a wizard in the face and seeing something dampen his blow. He rears back with 2 hands and tries to hit harder.
Harder.
Is he still?
I will.
Is he still holding an orb?
Oh,
Huh?
that's true.
No, he's not.
Oh, well, I would like to recklessly attack, and I'm going to great weapon fighter attack as well. So I'll be taking a -5 to attempt to do more damage. So first off, reckless attack, and I'll be attacking with a regular greatsword.
Nice. Nice.
I'm so happy.
Oh, that's a fucking serious boo-boo for the fucking wizard, the war wizard. That's gonna hurt.
So it does. So I don't do any additional d6. So it's 9, 7 would be to do everything it's supposed to. Is it?
16.
Ooh, rough.
Yeah, rough damage
Should be
roll.
26, right?
Yeah. So 9. Yeah,
Well,
26 points of slashing damage.
Right, because of the great weapon.
Yep, plus 10. So 9 plus 7 is going to be 16. 16 plus 10 is going to be 26. As I just grin wickedly and begin hitting him as I'm almost frothing at the mouth, just sinking deeper and deeper into my savagery.
All right. I mean, you hit really hard. You really try to press that blade, but it barely pushes through the magical effect that's kind of surrounding him and protecting him, and it just barely goes through and like makes contact with his armor.
And then raging is a bonus action, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
It is. So in which case, I can't do anything off of that crit, so I will end my turn.
Gotta click end your turn, Mike.
Thank you for the reminder. I was definitely looking at stuff on my character sheet, so appreciate you.
All right.
Making
All
it
right.
the cultist.
The cultist is dead, so we'll take him right out of that.
I killed him.
You
your
sure
fists.
did. Well, I mean, he's unconscious. He's not dead, but he's definitely out of the fight.
He took that
That
right
brings
route,
it to
though.
Katarina. Katarina, a resident sorcerer.
All right. I am pretty pissed that we got betrayed by our friend. So I'm going to
It's
take
fair.
a couple of steps forward. And I'm going to yell out, "I thought you were our friend." And then I'm going to cast, I'm really pissed, so I'm going to cast my 5th level enervation on Lucian.
Ouch.
All
man.
right.
Well,
All
Okay.
right. Okay. All
so
right, so-
he needs to make a. Oh wait, here. Let me just click the thing. Actually,
I don't want to be mean, but so a counterspell comes out from Ammius, the Dragonborn wizard, who still has his reaction. So he casts counterspell. So it's a 5th level spell. So I gotta roll to beat it. So the it's
can I use my reaction right now to counterspell him back, or can I not do that on my turn?
You can't use 2 spell slots in a turn.
Oh, right.
Actually, that's
Actually-
highly debated, so we'll leave it
Yeah.
up to Andy.
I'll go with yeah. Yeah, you can. If you want to spend that, then yeah, you can.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Uh-oh.
counterspell him back.
All right. So basically, what I see happening is that you, aware of the fact that these casters are all here, and having seen the spell get counterspelled earlier, you basically use a feint, and you begin casting just a regular like cantrip, like some normal magical effect you always use, and that triggers him immediately. He doesn't understand what it is that you're doing. He might not have experience with sorcerers, but he goes to cast counterspell, and then showing that hand, you immediately counterspell it right back and cast the Innervation Ray like right past him.
Nice.
So DC 16 Dex save.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a save, unfortunately.
Oh, I didn't mean to click the button.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. Lucian's got some wily dex on him. Apparently. So, what happens? Nothing?
Half damage.
It's half? Okay. So he takes half of 16. So, boom. It's still a solid hit, strikes him, and breaks his concentration. You can see him kind of almost fall to the ground, and he stands back up and just continues doing the work he was doing before.
All right, yeah, the inky black tendrils that tried to go out and grab him just don't seem to take hold, so
No.
he takes half damage, and that's the end of that one.
Rough. You know what, though? Your Innervation Ray worked really good against the Storm Giant they fought last Friday.
Nice.
Yes, it did. It was great.
All right. It's Fabian. Not at all happy with what's happening at the moment. Decides that he is going to...
Oh my god, I'm so nervous and excited at the same time. I don't know how to handle this right now.
He's gonna give up?
Yeah, he's going to give up. His hand electrifies, and he reaches out to touch you with it, casting Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
So, pow, and he gets advantage, which makes that a 26 to hit.
It does hit.
All right. So, you take 13 lightning damage, and you can't take reactions until the start of your next turn.
I thought it was a save. Wasn't it?
Uh,
or am I crazy?
No. It
Oh,
doesn't
damn,
say
that's a
there's
good
one.
spell.
Um,
That's a good spell.
Yep. So, bam, he electrifies you, and then tells both Amius and Marcos, we have to dispel the barrier protecting the queen and get rid of her. That's all that matters.
Spilling their evil plans.
Happens when you get fucking critted into a corner.
Where's...
Oh.
And he turns and looks over towards the individual who had circled around and is kind of pacing and looking at the the magical sphere and just taking real stock of it. And he says, Dreskin, get over here and deal with these individuals while we dispel our barrier. And you hear a, all right, if that's what you want. And the individual starts walking over. And he gets near Godric, like nearby, coming around the side of the statue, like right here.
Oh, okay.
And he
okay, I
kind
see where you're
of,
clicking.
you see him kind of like raise his head and like sniff the air for a moment. And he looks dead at you, Godric, and goes, "You smell familiar. Have I met someone or someone of your kin before? Or not? Either way, you're probably going to die. I hope you know that." And then there's a shaking in the room. And a magical spell is cast. And it begins expanding. And there's a blast of energy wave as it kind of rolls across the room and crushes the statue next to him. And a form appears as you end up staring down a red dragon. Taking shape in the room. It stands over the top of you all, looking down at you. The heat from its breath radiating as it exhales and just crosses the room, coming off of it like heat waves on a hot asphalt road. This red dragon takes a step forward with its claws scraping into the marble below it, and its wings stretching out, filling the space. Until next Friday.
What?
Oh no!
Oh shit! Holy crap! Oh, you got what you wanted, Mike. You're our boy. You're our boy, Mike. Godric, get him!
Oh my god.
I'm so torn with getting to fight a dragon or biting this dude's throat out.
Who says you can't do
How
both?
big is this
All right.
dragon?
Well, you're not really super
Mine
familiar
next.
with them. It's pretty big. It looks pretty big.
Big enough?
Yeah, it's pretty big. So,
Wow.
Oh man!
next Friday, we will be back. You can catch us here at 7:30 p.m. PST every Friday for Adventures in Terrowyn, which is what we're doing right now. And we can see this epic fight conclusion and this new foe that has appeared, this ace up the Cult of Domination sleeves. I mean, who brings a dragon to a good old cult fight? Like, who does that shit?
Dragon
Colts.
horses.
Like, dragon cults do. They do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's definitely dragon cults.
Oh man!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was so looking forward to getting to this point right when we stopped playing. I was so sad. Oh my god. It's gonna be awesome. Like just awesome sauce.
Awesome.
Awesome
It's gonna be
sauce.
Oh man.
Yeah, it seems as though the Cult of Domination is ramping up their efforts. You know, you guys definitely stepped in some shit by going and retrieving the dragon orbs. They want them. They've made it apparent they need them. You were told that Takesis needed the dragon orbs out of play. You know, the only other thing that's kind of a riddle is what part the dragon's crown plays in what she needs it for. And, of course, whether or not she's actually out of Avernus or not. But all answers for another day. I leave you guys with this cliffhanger for days. Have fun.
Oh man!
I'm
This is
angry.
awesome.
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
You
I'm-
know it's good because you hate it so much.
Yeah. And all your guys' weapons are somewhere else, man. Trim better fucking run those little goblin legs as fast as he can.
I'm trying.
Or it's just one of those fucking win-loss things, man, where you guys just might have to bail. This might not be a winnable situation. That's also something you could consider over the course of the week while we're waiting to get back to
Yeah,
this.
but how do we convince Godric to leave a dragon?
He
You're
either
not.
he either sees reason and fucking leaves, or you leave him there to die, man. One or the other.
He's raging.
Both good
He
options.
doesn't know what reason is.
Eh.
Look,
Yeah, maybe not.
the dragon fit inside the throne room, so it's beatable.
Yeah, true. Touche.
Nothing
Yeah,
but
what are we going to
these
say to
fists in
Godric?
your
It's about your
scimitar.
kid?
I would like to point out, just looking at the map and based on the description, the throne room is pretty big, but this dragon still is filling the space. Its wings are coming up like towards the ceiling, and it's like looking down over you all. So it's not like you're fighting a
Don't let the
wormling.
Joker deceive you.
Is it an adult red dragon? Young red dragon? I don't know.
He's got to be young because a human
It's
told him
about
what
to
to
be-
do.
It's about to be a dead red dragon, is what you mean.
No. Maybe he's under strict orders.
Oh,
He's under strict orders, man. Who knows? Maybe he answers to Revan. Maybe he answers to Riven. Maybe he answers to
Oh, that's not a-
to Andrakar. Like, I
He's
mean,
gotta
Andrakar
answer
did
Andrakar.
Andrakar did give them their powers. Apparently, he's like gave their bloodline the magic that they have. Like, it comes from that
Yeah.
ancient red dragon from the Dragon Wars. So
I don't care if we run, but we have to kill Lucian before we leave. I'm
Might
just
not-
saying.
it might not be
No
possible.
one goes against the family. You know what I'm saying?
No one goes against
If
the
we all-
family.
Yeah. If we all just believe, we can kill him. Just believe.
If we believe so hard, just so hard,
Yeah.
we'll win.
So
Oh,
hard
man.
and murder.
Yeah.
I will point out, though, that you guys do have an ace up your sleeves, too, if he's willing and brave enough to try to utilize it. So,
No, willing and brave are not the issue. I'm just gonna say that right now.
there might be another surprise next Friday. Ooh. Yeah, we'll find out what happens.
Oh, my sensitive heart.
I mean, Justin is a guest, so, like, I mean, it was kind of supposed to be short-lived anyway, so I'm just saying.
It's true.
Saying.
Very true.
I don't know if you're with the right family, it's basically a mob.
Yeah, we kind of are a mob, you know? I mean, hey, you'll find out when you get here. We'll see. You'll figure it out. I'm telling you. Lilith and I have been chatting. She's super awesome, super nice. You missed her. I don't know if you heard us earlier, Lethal, but I gave you a personal shout out and said thank you so much for like coming and watching and participating in our community game nights and stuff. You know, we really appreciate your support, and we're glad that you came back and that you're here with us.
God, it felt so good.
What about
It felt
Veracus,
so
Alex?
Oh, I was gonna say, you know, what he doesn't tell you is he modeled Veracus after his father. You know, as everyone thinks it's Kingpin and some of these other like well-known characters. It's like, no, oh, Dad, you won't like me, but you will respect me.
It sounds like you're projecting a little bit. I'm just saying.
I am.
Oh man, but yeah, thank you all so much for being here on our, dealing with our little technical issues and stuff. We really appreciate it, and hopefully things continue. Thank you so much for the raids, everybody. Where's that at? How do I see who raided and did X and did whatever?
Here, let me just pull it up real quick because internet reasons. Boom.
We appreciate the raids and everybody stopping by. Thank you all for dropping the follows, and thanks for gifting those subs, Neptune. We really appreciate it. You're fucking awesome, man. Brofist. Boom. Boom.
Yeah. Nept, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Kanoa Daddy, thank you for the raid and the host. You wonderful person. Misty Fortune, you also hosted and raided. You are both fantastic, wonderful, and amazing people. All the people that trickled in and gave us follows from that as well. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping by as always. It means a lot and keeps us going. So you guys are amazing.
I'm looking at these gifted subs here, and it shows that Neptune is in 3rd place, but Lethal Lilith and Meta Mike only gifted 5 as well, so all he'd have to do is gift 5 more.
Or
and
one.
he'd be in 1st place.
No, or one. Or you just gift one. And he takes that first place prize.
Yeah, you lowball the first place.
Hey, thank you so much for that follow. Colfer Tetos Tetlos. I'm just gonna call you Cole. Thanks for that. Thanks for that follow, Cole. You're a bro. Welcome to fucking Legendary Action. Welcome to the Hall of Legends. Make sure to check out our. Why don't we drop that Discord link and get some shout outs too. Let's make sure our community goes and checks out the people who rated us. We're really all about like connecting communities together and like friends and family, and we'll definitely send some love your way. Oh, there it is. There it is. Enjoy that sub, Misty Fortune.
Oh, geez. Thank you so much.
Well, we appreciate having you here, Cole. We like it. We're glad you found us, and came and hung out, and thank you so much for following. We really appreciate it. We have basically been on we're just coming back from a 4-month hiatus basically from the channel because of COVID and stuff, and it was depressing and fucking dumb.
Yeah, short of some community nights, pretty much.
Yep. And that's kind of a recent thing just within the last 2 months that we started doing because we just felt like we weren't getting anything done and felt bad.
Yeah.
Hey, and you know what? Now's a good time to shout out Community Night, which will be happening this Monday at. Hang on, tentative information. Let me double check my. Now, I don't know how my schedule. We're gonna just call it 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock PST. Thank you. We'll be playing Among Us.
Is it 8 a.m. or 8 p.m., Mike?
I said PST.
8 o'clock
p.m.
Mm.
You can't get both. Damn it! Make up your mind.
No, you have to do both.
I can't handle that. It's too much pressure.
Oh, I'm not really familiar with that kind of art. So what's up with that? What are you streaming? What's going on there?
Coming back.
Flow art?
Flow arts. What the heck is flow arts?
Oh, contact juggling.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm picking up what you're putting down now. So I got you. Okay, that's interesting.
And then also, on top of everyone who's been showing us love and all that other kind of stuff, all the raids and the follows and whatnot, if you get a chance, really do drop by and check out Tara's YouTube content. She's been hustling over there, putting out a new video every week, putting the work in, making that content. It's actually pretty dang good. And every video just keeps getting better. So Show her some love. I'll post her thingy in the chat.
Oh, thank you. I'm shooting my video for next Wednesday. I'm shooting it tomorrow, and I'm very excited about it. So, yeah. So come check it out. It'll be pretty fun, I think.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to
And like I said,
manage
Monday's
the
community
whisper
night.
here.
So if you guys want to influence our game or our combat next Friday, just come hang out. All you gotta do is hang out and chat. You'll get those channel points, and you can redeem stuff and the fight even more interesting.
Yeah. You want to help us? You can give us a fun little advantage, or if you want to harm us, you can really make it difficult.
Yeah, we have fun little things like I Must Kill, which is you buy it from the store with the the points. It's pretty expensive, so it'll probably take you a while to save up for it. But it makes the streamer, if they are a bad person in Among Us, the bad guy, if they are bad, all right, makes them kill the next person regardless of the chances of being caught. Fucking hilarious. Can't wait. I have the points to spend. It's going to be amazing to watch Mike be miserable, especially when I can drop the slacker one on top of that where you can't do tasks,
Oh, that one's so
Fucking-
fun. I'm actually excited to do that. What are you doing? I don't know, just running. What do you want? You should start doing laps. You see me running laps. What are you doing? I'm exercising. I'm getting my laps in.
I'm exercising. Burning calories. What's it look like?
Yeah, I'm busy getting paid minimum wage, so I'm just gonna sit here and smoke some weed, man.
Hey, I don't exercise in real life, but I'll run around in circles in Among Us.
That is hilarious. You could try both.
That's the first I've heard of that TikTok's hard for creative types. I see TikToks all the time for D&D and stuff, so I wouldn't know anything otherwise, so that's kind of informative. Yes, we did. Thank you so much for helping us hit that sub goal, everybody. We really appreciate it. We appreciate the support. And once again, everybody who continued to sub like through our like downtime and stuff. What can we say? We love you. You're amazing, and thank you so much. Like we appreciate every bit of it. Helps us keep the stream going. Helps us make improvements, like buying this wonderful VTT that we're using, Foundry VTT. That was bought with the support we get from subs, and so that we could stream digitally for you all. Also, some of the tokens and some of the other stuff. Most of the tokens I'm using, by the way, are you can find their Patreons. It's Printable Heroes and Paperforge. They do printable like paper miniatures that I use like for filling in for models when we play at the table or whatever. But they also make VTT versions of most of their catalog, and Printable Heroes is working back through his to make more, but slow going. But there's still a bunch there.
A freaking dragon, guys.
I agree with you, Cole. I get it. Yeah, it can be hard, and it can be time consuming, and it takes time. I don't know. I'm just not that familiar with TikTok, so I don't really have any advice or anything to give other than just like keep trying. Just keep doing it. If you really love it, just keep doing it.
Yeah. Good advice.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm curious about on this dragon? Why the fuck did I smell familiar?
I don't know.
Did I kill his brother at some point?
Because he's eaten some giant kin before.
That's also true.
Yeah, well, you're welcome back here anytime. You can join the Discord too and keep up to date with all of us. We have social medias. You can find them all below on our panel. Twitter, Facebook, we have presence on those. And whenever you can, if you feel like jumping in and chatting, watching some D&D with us, hanging out, super cool. We really appreciate it. We'd love to get to know you better and learn about your hobbies and anything else that you have going on in your life. So it's, we appreciate the support. We love doing this, and I don't think I would do it any other way. We do have more content coming. We're working on some stuff, aren't we, Justin?
Yes, we are working on quite a few things, actually.
Yeah. So, yeah, stay tuned for that.
Mike.
Yes?
Mike,
thank you for contacting.
Since you've got Death Ward on
JT
you,
Stark coming in
want
with
you
the
to-
raid of 16. What? Fucking
welcome.
Canada in the house. What's up, JT? What's up, my boy? You're just missing it, man. We're shutting down for the night, bro. Just left the cliffhanger. I think you need to see the awesome shout out to JT, my fucking favorite Canadian. Man, maybe
JT's
second.
pretty awesome.
Maybe second favorite. I like that one actor a lot.
He met my challenge, learned how to play Brawlhalla super fast, and almost beat me.
Do you know what's
We'll see
funny?
some fucking fireballs in chat,
I've been
ladies and
seeing around
gentlemen.
the
We're being
Discord.
raided. Come on. Let's see some fireballs with those subs. Defend the Hall of Legends. Protect me. I am precious. Protect me, minions.
It's true. Without our DM, we
Nice.
don't get to kill a dragon next week.
There we go.
No, without a DM, we get to kill the dragon easier. So,
no,
absolutely
so-
fireball this man.
All right, so JT, I'm gonna flip over the battle screen real quick, man. By the way, hope you're having a great stream. Hope everything was fun. Hope Marbles was great and everybody had a great time. But I want to draw your attention to this thing right here, right? In this grand throne room in Lior where they're fighting. This thing right here. Boom. You see that thing?
Boom.
That's not a construct like the one they met in Rivergate that was defending the vault. This is the real thing. Mano y mano. A dragon is present in the throne room. A siege weapon of terror and destruction, brought to see it through, it appears. Make sure everything goes to plan. What will the party do? Probably just get burned a lot. Whatever. Yeah, during the heist, the fake one.
Already halfway there.
It was made out of
Excited.
stone, man. It was animated and made to look scary. This is the real deal. They do fucking love them extra crispy and ketchup and whatever else they feel like eating as well. I agree. Anyways, yeah. So that was the
Mike,
cliffhanger.
It would be fun since you got Death Ward on you. I want to see you just pull Hercules and dive right into the dragon's mouth. Take your sword and cut it from the inside.
The problem with Death Ward is it brings you back to 1. It doesn't make you impervious to death.
No, but it would give him 1 action, right? So in his 1 action, he get to get eaten. Then after he's eaten,
one action with his
HP,
plain old boring
inside.
fucking greatsword. Yeah, that's what he fucking needs.
But you know how badass that would be?
Can't hear
That'd be
you.
So cool.
Can't hear you.
Push to talk, Mike.
Okay, sorry. Do you know what? No, I'm not gonna. Do you know why? Because dragons started that fucking rumor, okay? They started that rumor for dumbass humans to dive in and make it easier. They're like, let's just tell everybody that our insides are weaker, so they dive in and it's easier to eat them. That shit's just as hard.
Trick is that's where the fire comes from.
I don't think dragons need to trick humans into anything.
Yes, they do. That's like their shtick.
Lethal Lilith is tracking where I did with Drax and fucking Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
Lethal, you are my fucking homie, all right? That we both went there. I love you.
The question is, Lethal, are you gonna get around to playing Among Us with us? Are you gonna Among with the us?
Yeah, you fucking did, and you got close to putting them in check with like 10 minutes worth of game time on Brawlhalla. Just imagine what you guys could do with a little bit more practice. We'll have to give you guys a one-on-one grudge match. It's be like a running theme.
Super excited.
Lots.
You mean?
Is it supposed to be an S there, or?
Are you talking to me? My audio got weird.
Yeah, are you talking about Lord of the Rings? Yeah,
Legend of Zelda. Oh, Shay's calling out Terra.
Oh, you've been challenged.
You have been challenged.
Yeah, I'm definitely down for that one, JT Stark.
But the thing is you are not allowed to watch any of her Legend of Zelda content to prepare for the challenge, because she will give you all the answers, and that's not fair.
Yeah, it's definitely not fair. Even though I can just find all the answers on Wikipedia, but it still stands. You can't watch them.
Untrue.
You must compete.
Berserkerworks just subscribed. Thank you so much. 15 whopping months. That is longer than a year. You are my boy. Fucking love you, buddy. Thank you so much. Fucking keep kicking ass.
That's not fair,
Also,
JT. I haven't had any children. I haven't had a chance to name anyone Zelda.
What, you don't have any cats or dogs? Come on.
Hey, you got pets.
I have no pets.
You need a
But
pet.
then again, if she names a pet Zelda, then when she turns around and gets a kid, it'll be named after her pet.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Well, I wanna get a male golden retriever and name him Link. That's gonna be our first pet once we're not renting anymore.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Nice. I can agree with that one.
And then also, thank you, Donnie Lafferty, for your subscription. I didn't see your bubble come up, but I do see that you have our sweet little fireballs there. So
yeah,
thank
fireballs,
you so much.
burn it all down.
You're a 4-month subscriber, so we appreciate it.
So how did everybody? How do we all feel about tonight's session? Kind of everything. Let's kind of just talk about some stuff here for a minute. Well, JT rated us and stuff. Let's give them some content.
How do we feel about?
Yeah, it just all of it. How did it feel to be back
having
playing?
To fight a dragon?
Yeah, well, yeah. You didn't fight the dragon yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I thought we should have jumped him. We should have jumped him.
Wait a minute.
That is what the fucking cool kids
Wait
do,
a minute.
Berserker.
I said to everybody that we didn't have our weapon, or that Godric should just give up his weapon. Godric said, "Yeah, but what if we end up having to fight like a dragon?"
Yeah. That's what I fucking said.
It's all right. You just go strangle it.
That is exactly what he said, Tim.
Oh man.
Can I scroll up in chat and fucking prove that? Can we screen cap that? Like, it's already all gone.
There's a clip somewhere.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
What we need to do is get Texil to play Among Us with us again, so that I can murder him.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
Bring him.
I'll hit Chase up and let him know that everything went to plan, and he got to betray you in a sweet moment. It's sweet for him. Look, come on, it's family, dude. You gotta have families back. He barely knows you, fucking strangers. What'd you want?
That's true.
Him to not join a cult.
He needs to get a pair and stand up to his weird uncle.
Hey,
I think
they're
you're
not a
projecting
cult.
again.
The government says so.
Can't wait to electrify all of them.
I don't know. I had a lot of fun. I
did
told
too,
Mike I was
actually.
having some weirdness when it comes to like reading my flavor text and stuff, and like looking at you guys and like trying to get used to looking at the camera. It's just some like weird etiquette shit I'm gonna have to get used to. I'm not used to it at all. Like when we normally stream D&D, the fucking camera's directly over there in front of me, so it's gonna take some getting used to.
For sure.
Yeah, it's like we don't have a circle of a table to go around. We have squares, so it makes like when we normally
Sasha,
let's
come here.
left to right to go
Come here.
around,
Come here.
We don't have that.
Quit hiding. Come here.
I can't look over at Mike
come
and
here.
give him a look and be like,
Come here, puppers. Come here. Let's come here.
Well, that's what I was trying to do originally, because like when we were in the original place,
Sasha Bear.
I was like, "Yo,
look
Locke,
at
are we
you.
doing this? Like, why are we giving up, bro? You know this is not going to end well."
Roof. She's not. She seems only partially interested in participating at the moment. She's fucking sitting there staring at me from across the room now. She's like, why'd you do that, bro?
My dog. Oh yeah. Well, my dog has a disability.
I hate you.
Yeah, he has you as an owner.
Oh, wow. I am his companion human.
Your collar
His
came off.
emotional support human.
Almost made it. She's not interested.
I wouldn't mind an emotional support human. That sounds pretty neat.
Why'd you take your
We
collar
call
off?
those-
Bring it here. Come here.
We call those relationships.
Oh no, I don't want one of those. Never
Come
mind.
here. Come here.
I'm good.
Yeah, normally there's like a give and take. It's not just
Such a
like
good girl.
undying, unyielding, just from like, someone who thinks you walk on air.
Go eat your fucking food.
There's some back and forth.
It's all over
God,
there.
that was so good.
Food sounds good. I think that's what I'm
pretty
gonna
hungry,
do.
actually. I'm hungry actually too.
I'm
But
I'm a little hungry too.
yeah, I mean, we had some glitches and stuff, but I think we're all set now, and everything's kind of seems to be working. And I had fun. I mean,
Yeah,
I hope you guys did. Like, I mean, it's been a while since we got into play. I actually came in swinging. I felt like I came in pretty good into just like playing and stuff. I don't know what it is about today, but I felt good coming into today.
I mean, if anyone paid enough attention, there was definitely like a good, I don't know, good solid like 8 to 12 minutes where I was just yelling at myself muted, trying to like feel to be Godric.
I
And
saw
it's
that. It was
funny 'cause,
hilarious.
Justin mentioned, he was like, "Are you practicing
Hello,
your voice?"
Zadie.
And I'm just
Welcome to the channel.
Yelling is great.
Oh, yeah. Just you and that push to mute, man. It's fucking killing you, and I think it's hilarious.
It's
It
good.
is.
I'm gonna go in your room and secretly change it to push to talk next time. That way you just can't get a grip on what you're supposed to be pushing to talk and why. Just move it
It
secretly.
happened here this whole time. That's all you're gonna hear. It's just in
Yep.
and out blurbs.
Blurbs. Now look at fucking. I'm still kind of impressed with fucking Matt's camera quality, dude. What do you got over there, Matt?
Matt has the best camera of all of us.
Do I really?
You
It's
have a
not.
good camera.
Well,
It's pretty
it feels
good.
Like it feels like it's getting just like preferred from Discord. Like, Matt, you're the best, so we're gonna give you all the bandwidth.
Of all the faces you don't want in high quality. God
Yeah.
dang it. I'm sorry, everyone.
I think it's a glorious bald head.
I love your face, Matt.
It is bald. That's.
Meanwhile, I'm running a Logitech webcam from like 12 years ago.
I'm also.
Nice. And you know what? And it shows. Congrats. Like. Oh my god, it's fucking great. Tara, look at she's just smiling. She's just like, I'm just waiting for the right time to exit and leave. I'm tired.
So
Smile
I've
and
been
nod, boys.
yawning
Smile and
like
nod.
for the last hour,
No.
and then with the delay on Twitch, I'll see myself yawn, and then it makes me yawn again. It's
Nice.
a horrible
It's a
cycle.
double whammy. It's a boomerang yawn.
That's hilarious.
I had all this adrenaline from like combat, ready to cast spells and like curse people. Now that we're like on this cliffhanger, like all the adrenaline's gone. I'm just like, I got some munchies. I need to like get some comfy and think about how I'm not gonna die next week. That's the plan.
I want to. So I'm just saying, like, can I suplex a dragon? Like, can I RKO this bitch? Like,
I'm
Come on.
gonna go with probably not. I'm just
Hey,
throwing it out
You know,
there.
he says probably not now, but if he were in the middle of DMing, he would say, "You can try to do anything you want."
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, he
If you
can
want to try
try.
that, I'll observe from very far away.
Yeah. He can. I mean, he can try. I'm not saying he can't try. I'm just saying it's very unlikely that it'll work.
My goal as a D&D character now is to suplex a dragon, just because that dragon will never forget. Even if I die, it will always have the memory of the one fucking humanoid that suplexed it. And it's like, yeah, I don't want to talk about those days. Those were
200
dark
years
times.
later, this other dragon's like, "You remember that time that Goliath punked you for like 2 seconds?"
Exactly. He'll be
You can't
known
go
as the
back?
dragon that got suplexed.
He'll never be able to go back to Dragon Elementary School again, man. They'll pick on him.
Shut up, Todd.
Yeah.
So
Shut
you're
up,
telling
man.
me he's a juvenile?
Yeah. Well, you're gonna cry, Todd? You're crying. Like, oh man, childhood bullying. That's fucking comedy.
You,
That's
you
how
just
I
said
feel.
that.
And Matt, you know, they went out of the way to get you that inspiration. You fucking threw it away, you jerk. Thank you
I
for the
was gonna use it-
subscription.
I was going to use it in the combat, and then it suddenly ended. And I was like, well, okay then.
Yeah, I'll let you hold on to it till next week. It's kind of the same session. We're just splitting it in half, so it's fine.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I mean, I could have used it on my first attack, but
you
whatever.
could have.
These things
Donnie
happen.
Lafferty, thank you so much for that gifted sub. You are fucking awesome, and we love you. Thank you so much for the support. Andy Bobandy, that's funny. Enjoy that fucking gifted sub and those emotes, man.
For the record, I love you more than everyone else. Just saying.
For the
It
record,
is a compliment.
he's probably right. It's only not a competition because there's no way that I could like do the things that you did for him, and you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. He told me all about that stuff. Those steamy nights working, talking about safety, quote unquote.
Yeah.
No,
we do-
JT, don't
we do
leave.
everything
Stay up
safe.
for another 2 hours like last time.
Well,
Stay
you
here
like
with us.
tired?
Don't
It's not
leave.
like you stayed up late last night and then had to work today. Wink, wink. Oh
Donnie's
my god,
bribing me to keep-
another gifted sub. The fuck? Thank you so much, man. Fucking.
He's like, don't you
kicking
talk
ass.
about those steamy safety nights.
Yeah, exactly. Those long,
Gemini.
hard safety study sessions. It's fucking.
Yeah, now we
guys.
just have to do it remote. We have to do it remotely.
Yeah, safe words. See, Isaac knows what I'm talking about. Working up on safe words.
Well, I will say this. Now that I'm doing safety, it sounds totally corny where I'm like, hey, be safe out there. It's like a tagline. Like, I would normally say it anyway, but now it's like cheesy because I'm doing the work. But I mean it.
Yeah, you earned yourself a good sleep, JT.
No.
You have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for the raid. Let's get a shout out for JT. If you aren't following JT Stark, Zadie Gal, enjoy those emotes and that subscription gifted to you by Donnie Lafferty. Anyways, go drop JT Stark a follow. He's an awesome individual, amazing. He's my favorite Canadian, or one of them. I mean, the actor. I really like that actor. I'm sorry. But yeah, go and give him a follow. Check him out. Streams miniature painting and does marbles on stream on Friday. So it's good fun there. Have a good night, man. Enjoy your rest.
Good night.
Take a long rest.
You take a long rest.
I'm ready for a long rest.
Yeah, I think it's about time to wrap up for tonight. Then, thank you
And,
everybody for coming and hanging out.
I have a stream selected to raid as well. They look to be doing a D&D station. They have a battle set up. Looks really good. The audio wasn't too bad. So stop in, give them some fireballs, earn those points to, I don't know, hurt us with, you know?
Yeah, come along on this raid train. Let's keep the good times going. Support for everybody.
Let's do it.
Let's show them
All right, so thank you all so much for being here. Remember, every Friday, 7:30 p.m. PST, that's Pacific Standard Time, because we are in the U.S., and it's great, and we're really happy all the subs. Everybody came back, giving us a big hoorah on our first time streaming in months, D&D, and thanks for dealing with all of our technical issues and stuff. We really appreciate it, and don't forget to accept that raid, click in, get those points so that you can start earning them and make the players' lives miserable. They love the store. They're legally obligated to say that they love the store, aren't they, Mark?
I, under duress, must tell you that the store is the best idea this channel has ever had.
And it will stay that way.
I love it.
So I hope that your weekend is as legendary as our night was, and we will see you on Monday for Among Us on Community Night at 8 p.m. PST. So everybody have a wonderful night, and let's go raid, drop those fucking fireballs and those hypes, and just continue the good times.
Party.
Thank you so much, everybody. We love you. Have a good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Everyone, have a good one.
That's
All right.
Look.